Hey y'all. Hey, it's been a minute. Hey Maxita. I thought I saw you in here. Yep, hey Maxita. I hope y'all are doing good. Y'all know that I couldn't keep ignoring all of these cases that came out, so I had to come off break real quick to address this because I don't like the way this is being with. I don't like the way it's been talked about, especially by Black women. I don't. Maxine, I'm good enough right here, right now, to talk about this situation, although it is giving me anxiety. So, and that's because of like, I don't like the energy around this. But I do remember telling y'all, and I want y'all to let me know if y'all remember me telling y'all that you were going to start seeing a lot of deviltry happening. You said there was some loud static? Okay, let me check my settings and see what we got here. Let's see. Okay, so let me know how it is now. Is it still staticky? I need to know if it's still staticky. You said it's better? Okay. Yeah, I was right when I was about to jump on, the computer said that it needed to restart to do something so that the microphone will work properly. So I just restarted it. I think the whatever it needed to do just hadn't caught up to it yet. But that's good that y'all said it's good, because we are definitely going to go over this stuff today. We just are. And there's quite a bit that we're going to go over, because I've had bandits in my comment section of my videos and on Instagram telling me about Ashley Janae. And what I noticed to be interesting, and is something that Black women accept but should not accept, and I would say the Black male worshiping sector, although it's hard to differentiate because most Black women are male worshipers, most Black women are very much male identified. To the degree that their children are not a priority to them, the man is. And I stand 10 toes down when I say it is my belief that most Black women do not care about their children or protecting them as much as they care about Black men. This is something, it's funny, I was literally just a couple of days ago, or like last week, I was talking to my best friend, and I was telling her, and it was before even the Ashley Janae situation, where I was telling her, no one is going to convince me that Black women care about their children. No one is going to convince me that Black women as a group care about their children. They do not. They don't. And we know they don't because there's no evidence of Black women doing anything really to protect their children. Black women don't center their children. Black women center Black men. What they do is they tune out reality. They subscribe to religion. And the reason why I'm mentioning Black women right now is because this is what I'm seeing mostly with this situation. This is what I'm seeing. There are unqualified Black women in here giving this man psychological, excuse me. There are Black women giving this man psychological diagnosis that they are not qualified for. They are sitting here saying this man had PTSD. He wasn't even ever deployed. So they have no idea about this man, but yet they keep lending excuses to him, overlooking the fact that this man literally showed by behavior that he has the same pathology as most Black men have in the community. You would think that Black men don't run around openly expressing disdain for their children. This is what black men do. Black men constantly sit up. The primary thing they sit up and talk about is disdain for their children. You shouldn't have had the baby. Y'all the one birthing them. We don't want to pay child support for them. They set up in front of RFK Jr. and every other political candidate talking about writing laws to not even provide for their children. They've been doing this for years. For every single one of the 10 years that I have been on YouTube, black men have been denouncing and showing an extreme disdain for black children. They've been doing this. They've been doing this, and what black women do is turn a blind eye to it. Black women then turn around and say, oh, we just need more marriage. Or in some black women's case, they'll reach to a male God and say, oh, we just need more Jesus. As if you can't look through that Bible and see on multiple instances their male God literally instructing men to go toe tag women and children. I can guarantee you, as sure as that man was from Shreveport, Louisiana, the Deep South Bible Belt, I can assure you he was a Christian. Especially if he was somewhere talking about devils and demons because he knew he was one. That's just the reality of it. Black women are already turning this family annihilator into a man who has wounded warrior or combat syndrome, even though he ain't even been deployed. The man has not even been deployed. He ain't even been in no army. He was enlisted, did not get deployed. Where is the PTSD coming from? Yeah, exactly. He crashed out because his wife was filing for a divorce. And he was already in there abusing the children. Or at least the mother. He was already in there being violent. And this is why this pisses me off. It pisses me off because, first of all, why did you give this bandit 8 kids? First and foremost. Do y'all think I'm about to lay up and give any black man 8 kids? I don't think so. I don't think so. There ain't a black man on this planet that's worthy or special enough for me to pop out 8 kids by. It just wouldn't happen. I would have 1 and that is it. There will be no more than 1. I see no purpose in having more than 1 child. You do whatever you want to. Other people don't do whatever they want to. My womb would only produce 1 child and it would not be a male. It would not have been a male. That bandit went through that home and toe tagged every last one of those children and tried to toe tag every last one of the women in there. But what black women want to promote is, oh, we just need more marriage. Mind you, statistically, the marital family is the most dangerous place for a woman and her children because it has a man there. You're not making your child safer by putting the man in the home. You're putting them right in the face of danger. Girl, she had, didn't she have 7 kids with him? We go get into the story because I got some news clips and articles. We will go over it. We gonna go over a lot of other stuff too, because what black men are not gonna do on my watch, this is what they not gonna do. What you not go on my watch, be in my comment section talking about Ashley Janae when statistically black men toe tag black women and children more than white supremacists do. There's no comparison. The numbers are so astronomically high, there is no comparison. So what I want to know is why black men are running around here talking about if you go get with a white man, they go toe tag you, when you toe tag your community more than white supremacists do. Far more. Black men got them beat, not by a little shot, by a long shot, a hella long shot. And y'all ain't gonna just give me that, oh, it's because of proximity. Okay, so explain to me what about black men being in proximity to black women has them toe tagging them more than white supremacists do. Because y'all said white supremacy was the boogeyman. Y'all said white men are the ones who do this, yet you can take any statistical piece of data and you will see the main ones toe tagging black women and black children are black men. It just is what it is. This is selective outrage based on male worship. And I don't understand how black women are still in the mood to worship men as they go around and toe tag their kids and them. I don't understand that. You said black femicide rate is an interracial statistic. It is. It is, but they want to convince you that, oh, no, an individual black man did this. This ain't the majority. Yeah, it is. And we know it's the majority because we know the majority of crimes go uncommitted. And they go unsolved and they go unconvicted. So you can't go by the crime data knowing only like 1% of the crimes are actually solved and then say, oh, it's not all men or it's not all black men. And where are these protectors? Where are these protectors and what are they protecting? Because if you ask black men their purpose, they gonna say they're protectors. Protectors of what though? The other men who running around the community toe tagging women and children? Emily, the community is sick. The community is sick. It's not just bandits. It is not just bandits. And as black women, if we sit here and we really tell ourselves, oh, it's black men are just the only ones who are sick. No, they're not. They're not. Black women are sick too. In a different way, but you're definitely sick too. Black women are sick too. Because if black women had made adjustments, if black women faced reality, if black women stopped worshiping black men, if black women pay attention to patterns, if black women prioritize their children, these things would not be happening. Because if somebody was prioritizing those children, that emotionally destructive man wouldn't have even been around them. They wouldn't have even been around them. This woman gave a man 8 children, 7 children, and I guarantee you he showed problems prior to each and every one of those kids. I don't get sending the kids to an abusive man. Oh, well, the kids need their daddy. They need to be around their daddy, even though their daddy is the main ones who's most likely to toe tag them, abuse them, sexually and otherwise. 4 kids were by wife, 3 were by the other baby mama, and 1 was a cousin, not his. 7 of the kids were his. Okay, so 7 of the kids of his, not by that one woman. Yeah, they got it misconstrued because they've been showing one woman the entire time. So it just, to me, it appeared that one woman was the woman who gave him 7 children. And then the way they worded it made it seem like she had 7 kids by him, and then one of them, the 8th kid, was by another woman. That's how it came off to me. Because I haven't read the articles or went into the news clips of it yet. But since this, listen, when they announced this, I said, this sounds like a black man. It's very easy to use the straw man for your arguments against black men. Okay, listen, Anton, you can come up. Come up then. Here, let me drop the link, because you can come up or you can just get booted. But if you gonna say we straw manning the argument, I need you to come up here and tell me how. There you go. There the link is. YouTube rejected my comment. This is fairly common when sharing a link. I can share a link on StreamYard. Why is YouTube rejecting? Let me go to the playback and see if I can put it in there. This is weird. Well, the bottom line is, if he don't come up, block him. Block him. Because Bandits ain't about to be in here making comments, but then too weak and bitch made. This is how we know you ain't protectors. Bottom line, ain't no black man about to come nowhere near here, but then too weak and bitch. You're not about to say that as a man you are a protector, but then you too scared to even come clarify a comment. Like, well, what do you mean you're a protector? I'm supposed to think you will confront a man, but you scared to even come up and confront a comment that you made? I'm supposed to look at you as alpha when really y'all, they weak bitches. And like literally all the evidence is there for it. And I'm honestly, I'm trying to be nice about it. I am. I'm trying to be nice. I really am. I'm trying to be nice about it. Because I don't want to come on here just dragging people. But you ain't about to come in my comment and think you gonna say, oh, it ain't all black men. Oh, we not all the same. Yeah, you are. You are. You are. Because if you too bitch made to check the men who are causing the problems, then you the same. We don't need weak men in here. I don't give a damn how nice you are. If you are weak, you are of no use to anybody. So if he's in here and he ain't taking the link, please block him. And let me post this link, because if any of you bandits come up here thinking that somebody is about to coddle your feelings or make disclaimers or say, oh, it ain't all of them. Oh, this was a lone wolf. This was an isolated incident. No, it wasn't. I know the data. This is common for black men. I'll tell y'all what I do have a problem with. I'm gonna tell y'all what I do have a problem with. Let me turn on my camera. Y'all, this is already stressing me out. Like, I'm gonna have to talk to my therapist about this. I am. This is gonna have to go into me talking to my therapist. I don't like when people prey on children. I don't like it. This makes me livid. Like, this has been irking me since I found out about it. There is a link. I put it in here. There is a link. There is a link. I dropped the link in there. And if you need the link personally, then just send me an email and I'll absolutely send you the link through email. Although I definitely posted the link in the chat box. Let me refresh my screen and then I'm going to see something. What is it tripping? Like, what we got going? I feel like YouTube already tripping. Okay, now let me see if I can put this in here. Okay, and pin it. Okay, there's the link again. Why is this not letting me pin this in here? I never, like, I feel like I always, let me do this on my phone. Let me see something. Let me see if I can pin it on my phone. I really feel like the YouTube thing always be, let me switch account on here. Okay. All right, now let me find our live stream and I'll try to go in here and pin the link. Yeah, I know he wants the link. I'm getting it. Give me a second. Let me try to put it back in there and see if I can do it from here if it show up. Let me go into my settings. Because maybe put it on both channels. I don't have the other channel up and it's going to take way too long of a time for me to do that. I need to jump into my settings real quickly and see if I have a certain setting on here that's not allowing me to post a link. Give me just 1 second. I need to go over some stuff. Because maybe I didn't set it. Channel ID, okay. Playback and performances. Yeah, this is just, let me go to the settings in the studio. And then I'll go into the settings there. Okay, now I can see. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see if there's something that I didn't turn on that's making it where I can't post links in the chat box. Although I should be able to. I think I was doing it already. No, not that. Let's go to community moderation. No, it should be letting me put it in there. Yeah, it should be letting me put links in there. I don't know why it's not. Let me see. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not seeing why I wouldn't be able to post links in my own channel. I don't understand why I wouldn't be able to. Let me see with this. Do I have anything? Preferences. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not the reason I can't see the thing in the comment. I don't understand why I'm not able to see it. Okay, so let me try this one more time. Let's see if I can put this in here. This is so weird. Like, I don't understand this. Because, like, I'm posting this into my comment section, but it's not letting me pin my own comment. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to figure it out. But I feel like I've done this before. Here, let me just try to find Maxita's email. I'll email it to you and you can post it. Because I got to see why I can't post this. I have to try to figure out why. And then I'll do it later because I don't have time to. Figure this out right now. So I'm about to send the link to you, Maxita. And I'm emailing it to you, and if you could just pin it in the comment, that would be great. Okay. Because I got to figure out why it won't do it for me. Because I've put links in here. And then there's my StreamYard. Copy. And then. All right. So Maxine, if you could please post it, I emailed it to you. I just don't. Because why? Like, why is it? This is fairly common when sharing a link. You may need to share the link another way. Yeah, this is weird. Because why is YouTube blocking me sharing a link? I don't get it. Yeah, let me know when you get it, Maxita, because I definitely sent it. Okay, and let me see if I can pin your comment. Maybe it'll let me pin your comment since I can't pin my own, apparently. No, it won't let me. Oh, yeah, well, okay, there I pinned your comment. So now the link should be pinned. It should be pinned. Okay, so now the link is pinned. So y'all can definitely come up and I would encourage y'all. Okay, so here you are. Here you are up here.
Hello, Cynthia.
Hello, Cynthia.
Hey.
There's a big. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. It's still an echo. Right. Okay. So yeah, I only just dropped in this conversation halfway through. So all I can gather from there that you was talking about a black man that killed is it 8 kids and his baby mother or something? Sorry, I only came in halfway through the conversation. So when you was talking about all black men will delete you, and I said, like, not all black men are like that. You know, there are some decent black men out there, but you're talking generalities that like all black, there's absolutely no good black men out there at all. So that's what I was answering to, and it sort of riled up a few of your listeners, and they say like, I'm just doing it for attention. I said, no, I'm not doing it for attention. So like, there's plenty of black men out there that are decent, that are good, that ain't gonna wanna wild out and kill other black women just for the slightest little thing.
So tell me where these black men are and what are their actions that show that they are good black men?
Every day. You know what I mean? They might not be the black men that you like, that you might want.
So let me reword the question, because you're not answering the question because I don't think you understand the question. And what I'm asking is, if it's not black, or if all black men are not a problem, where are the non-problematic ones, and what are they doing to show that they are not problematic?
Well, you see,
where are they? What are they doing? Those are the two things.
Okay, they're all around you. I mean, I don't know what state in America you are, but let's just say I'm in London here, yeah? And there might be the road sweeper, there might be the bus driver, the office worker. They're basically all the ones that are not in jail. All right, I won't say all the ones.
So a man not being in jail means he's a good man?
Well, I was about to say that are not bad and that. But the thing is, you'll see nice men.
Okay, I know. I don't see any. Hold on. I don't see any good black men. So to me, there are no good black men. Now, direct me and guide me. Hold on. I'm still talking. Don't disrupt me. So I don't see any good black men. I don't see them. So if you know where they are, tell me how do I identify them by looking at them? How do I identify him? Because we don't know his background. We don't know what he got going on. So how do I identify the good black men? What are the identifiers? A job is not one.
Right. I don't know how you identify a good man, whether it be black or white. There's not got nothing written on their head. I suppose it's just someone.
So how do you know they're there? So you don't know how to identify them, but you know they're there?
Yeah, of course they are.
Okay, so how do we identify them? How are you identifying them?
Well, I identify by getting to know them, by talking to them. And if you've got any good sense, especially at our age, right, you'd be able to know if someone's arms out or not. You know what I mean? If someone's going on foolishness, you just drop them. But there are some genuine men out there. And I'm not just limiting this to black men. I'm talking this about all men, white men, black men as well. The friends that I'm with,
we're not talking, so I think you're confused. We're talking specifically about black men. There wasn't a white man who just exterminated this black family. That was a black man. Every single case that we're going to go over is a black man. Statistically, white men come nowhere close to harming black women and children at the rate that black men do. So we're not gonna talk about all men. We're gonna talk specifically about black men. And if you cannot tell me how to identify a good black man, if you can't identify a good black man, stop saying they're good. Because you're basically living in fantasy land. You have a fantasy that there's good black men. If you cannot prove it, don't say it. Because over here, we prove it. Give me some proof. Give me a statistic. Give me a clothing identifier. Give something that would identify the good black man if you're going to say he exists. Prove it.
Well, I can't say how you can identify a black man just by looking at him. And I can't.
Okay, then concede that there isn't any. Then concede that there isn't any. If you can't tell me how to identify the good ones, then concede that there are none.
Of course there is.
Okay, goodbye. Because you're, again, if you cannot tell me how to identify them, if you keep saying that they are here, I'm going to drop you because I don't deal with fantasy-driven men. And anything outside of proof, hold on, anything outside of proof is a fantasy, as far as I'm concerned. You either have the proof or you don't. So what is your proof of these good black men?
Is there a way that a man can prove that he's good?
How do we identify the good black men?
Yeah, well, I'm asking you, is there a way that we can prove that we're good to you? Is there a way that you can see that is good enough for us to prove that we're good?
I don't see black men doing anything that says they're good. The statistics don't say they're good. The marriage data doesn't say they're good. Every statistical piece of data says the exact opposite. Now, you are saying that there are tons of black men around here, despite all the statistics that say they abandon their children the most, they're the most likely to toe tag a woman and her children. The familial home is the unsafest place for a woman to be, especially with a black man. They don't provide for their kids. Domestic violence rates, shooting up all the communities, no economic power. All of the evidence say that there are no good black men. You are saying that they are, so identify him.
Well, I've got a son and I provide for him.
I'm over here ranting with the mute off. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I don't care nothing at all about him having a child and providing for his kid. I don't care. Providing for a child does not make a good man. It does not. And so if you are a male or a female, I don't care which one you are. If you're a black man or a black woman, and you tell me that there are tons of good black men, then you're going to have to prove it to me. You're going to have to identify it. And you're not going to identify it with your personal experience because I can't confirm your personal experience. I am talking in general. I'm saying 99.9% of the men in the community are a problem. If you disagree, be ready to prove it because I can prove it with statistics. I can prove it. I can prove with statistics that black men are more of a harm to black women than white supremacists are. I can prove that with statistics. You're supposed to provide for your child, right? That's not you being a good man. He has no evidence. They think they're going to just come up over here when I've already done the research. I've looked up the stats. I know exactly what black men are doing. I know exactly who harming black women and who's not. So because I already know all the stats, if you come up here and say, oh, it's not all black men, there are good black men, we ain't gonna talk about white men over here because white men are not toe tagging black women. Y'all wanted to talk about an isolated situation of Ashley Janae when bandits are running amok toe tagging black women. There was a stat that I put on my channel. Let me go to my channel comments. I'm gonna read y'all the full of this stat. Because what ain't gonna happen is somebody trying to sit up here and confuse the situation and act as if somebody else is doing something other than black men. We're not doing that over here. We're not going to sit here and lie. We're going to go by statistically proven data, period. And if you don't have any statistically proven data to combat what I'm saying, then you will get dropped. It just is what it is. You don't get to sit up here and give me your fantasy of a good black man. If you don't have evidence, then to me, you are sharing your fantasy with me. And I'm not interested in your fantasy. I'm not interested in you wanting me to believe there's good black men when all of the outcomes of black men are saying the exact opposite. You ain't gonna come over here and run bandit game over here. You can't blow smoke up my ass like you can do with those male worshipers on those panels who don't know how, who are completely ill-equipped to deal with black men, completely ill-equipped to combat them. You ain't gonna come over here doing that. If you think there's a good black man, you about to prove it or you getting the hell up out of here. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Until you prove that there's good black men, to me, there is none. Now, look at this. And I want y'all to see. This is from the Bureau of Justice Statistics. Single offender homicides, about 93% of black homicide victims were killed by someone of their own race. And women were offenders in about 10% of the case. So we already know the majority of it is coming from black men. Because it told you it already covered women. It already covered women. It said that's 10%. Now, I want to know what percentage of that has to do with a black man. That's a separate conversation. But nonetheless, female offenders were 10% of such black victim homicides. The older Bureau Justice statistics pattern strongly supports the conclusion that the overwhelming majority of black female victims killed by men are not by white supremacists. They are not by white supremacists or even white men. They are not. So if you want it stripped down, black men toe tag black women far more often than white supremacists do, and it is not a close statistical contest. The strongest current hard count I can give you is 733 black females were killed by males in 2023. Only 8 of them came from white men. Only 8 out of 733. There's no comparison. There's no comparison. We don't lie over here. We don't lie over here. When we look at U.S. homicide data, most victims are toe tagged by someone of the same race. For black women, the overwhelming majority of the offenders are black men. This isn't about demonizing anyone. It's just how the statistics break down. White men do not make up a larger share of toe tagging black women. They don't. They don't. And they're saying if you want exact percentages, the FBI's Uniform Crime Report is where you will go. You are safer amongst Klan members than black men. You are safer statistically among a man with a mental illness and a white sheet covering his body and head than you are with a black man who's always sitting up trying to tell you the white man is the boogeyman while he's out there annihilating his whole damn family. Yeah, they want to scare black women into thinking that somebody else other than them is a threat to them. Based on all the data that I see, you the biggest threat. You the biggest threat. So it kind of just sounds like black men are hating on white men. I'm gonna go out here and say it. I am. I'm gonna just go ahead and go out here and say it. It sounds like black men hating on white men. It sounds like black men are hating on white men, and that's the problem. It sounds like you got a deep-seated, rooted hatred for these men, and you want to use them as a scapegoat for your demonic behaviors against the women and children in your communities. You done set your ass up here for countless years talking about, oh, the white supremacy. Mind you, you laying up with the womb of it. You glorify the womb of it, though. You don't got a problem with white supremacy when it's wrapped up in a woman. But you been seeing your ass over here spreading propaganda. Oh, white men are gonna toe tag you. Oh, white men are gonna do this. Oh, they gonna cut you up. And it's your ass doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. And if you're better, there should be no statistic over here. How are you better, but your statistic and rate of toe tagging women is higher than a white supremacist?
Ready to connect.
You are worse than a white supremacist. And if anybody got smoke with it, bring it over here. If anybody got smoke with it, I don't care who you are. If you got smoke with me saying black women are safer with white supremacists than black men, then roll the hell up. Come on over and let's talk about it. Cause then I'm gonna need you at that point. I need you to prove to me. I need you to show me some evidence that white men are more of a danger. Because from what I'm looking at, you're the danger. You the danger. White men ain't out here abandoning black men's kids. White men ain't rolling through your community, shooting up the community. They're not. And you can say they put the guns in it all you want to. Your dumb ass was stupid enough and evil enough to pick it up and turn it on your kids. That's what you telling me? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this speaker ready because we about to go into this. Y'all not going to keep coming over here lying. That's what I do know. You're not going to keep coming over here lying when children are losing their lives. Who's protecting the children? Put one in the chat box if you know who protecting black children. Who protecting them? They mama damn sure ain't. They mama ain't because she got the biggest threat sitting up in her house. Who's protecting black children? I would love to know. Because I'm saying the black children are completely unprotected. Completely unprotected. This community does not give a damn about black children, but these bandits are always over here talking about, oh, they over there terminating these pregnancies. Y'all over there getting abortions. Oh, you want us to birth them so you can go toe tag them? Right. Execution style? That's what you want. You want black women to feed you some victims? Some child victims? Everybody should be outraged by this. And it's pissing me off that there's not mass outrage from these mothers out here. Black women are the original mother. And you do nothing to protect your kid. Nothing to protect your children. Because you're too busy prioritizing that male because your man God told you to put a grown-ass, dumb-ass man before your kids. I guarantee you everybody in that house was a Christian. Raise your hand if you think every single person in that house was a Christian. I guarantee you they were. I guarantee you. And we about to get into it too. Sitting up here, coming up here, we talking about, and then this man should have got dragged anyway, and I don't know why I didn't drag him anyway. Because you're not going to come over here when we talking about a bandit, a demonic bandit who went and executed a whole bunch of children, and your dumb ass coming in, put a comment in there, it ain't all black men? The audacity. The audacity. The audacity. am tired of these bandits, and bandits don't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but they sure do got a whole bunch of audacity. Audacity that they should not have. Just pissing me off. Let me get this thing going. Let me make sure this audio is on point.
Mobile device not found.
Oh, the speaker is irritating me. So it says it's connected. So what are we doing? But it's not though. Hold on.
Battery 50%.
What?
Battery 50%. Mobile device not found. Ready to connect. To CYNG.
Okay, now we got it. All right. I don't know why my thing was acting crazy. I don't know why it was acting like that, but it was acting crazy. So okay, so now it's on there. All right. Now it's on there. Now I'll go back to it. Okay, let's go. I know it's reported the babies they tried to escape. Yeah, we gonna get into it. They shouldn't even have to. They shouldn't have been in a situation their mother should have been. Look, so when I found out about it, I put on here. I know. I just knew it was a black man. I knew it was a black man. I knew it was. As soon as they dropped the story, I said, yep, that there's one other bandit, because nobody hates children more than these bandits. No, there isn't a single group of people who advertise their disdain for children, especially their children, more than black men do. Let's get into it. Unbelievable. First of all, this bandit was 31 with 7 kids. So let's talk about how irresponsible this bandit was. 31, 7 kids, multiple women. Multiple women. But let me guess. Oh, this is the good black man because he was in the army. This is the good black man because he had a job. A father of 7 as the suspect in the Shreveport. And this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. Let me talk about this for a second. Let me talk about calling this a mass shooting. Because I want y'all to understand something about what they're doing. When they call family annihilations mass shootings, the reason this is being, I believe, the reason this is being referred to as a mass shooting is to change the face of mass shooters. This is not a mass shooting to me. This is not a mass shooting. But what happened is this government, because the overwhelming amount of mass shootings are done by men of no color, they redefined what a mass shooting was. So rather than differentiating between a man who just goes and props himself up on the roof of a hotel, which is usually a white one, and just shooting massively, they decided to make drive-by shootings, mass shootings. They decided to make anytime somebody shoots up more than one person, they're trying to make that a mass shooting. Because then what that does is it makes white men seem like they are not the only ones or the primary ones doing it. Mind you, even though they changed the definition, it's still mostly white men, but what they're trying to do is make it seem like a all man thing instead of this is something that primarily white men do. Yeah, this is a DV situation. Exactly. This is a DV situation. It is. This is a DV situation that resulted in the way that it is. Y'all are going to have to start sneaking away from your relationships. Y'all are going to have to. Y'all are going to have to. I'm just going to say this without going into too much detail. The last relationship I left, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. I kept quiet, I made my plans, and I completely moved safely. Because I already know how these men get down. I already know how they get down. You're not about to stalk me and you're not about to turn me into a hashtag just because I don't want to be in a relationship with you no more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it cool while I'm setting the stage to move. Yep. Oh, girl, I moved across the country. So I moved across the ocean. Like y'all got me severely twisted. Listen, if I get taken out, it ain't gonna be by no damn bandit that I was in a relationship with. It sure ain't. Y'all got me severely messed up. Y'all need to stop telling these men how much money you make. You need to stop telling me, like, why are y'all sharing these things with men? Move in silence. No man should truly know how much money you make. No man should know how much money you make. No man should know how much money you got in your bank account. No man should know all that. Because you should have something saved aside for when he acts up. Because he's going to. And if you got a kid, you should be prepared to get your child safely out of the situation. The child should be the primary reason you leaving. The child should. Because the child is in the most dangerous because the child is the most vulnerable. Right. Divine, don't discuss your finances. Exactly. Listen, I'm telling you, no man will ever know how much I'm making. They will never know how much money I have. They will never know where my money is. They will never know my financial situation. They will never know how easy it is for me to jump up out of here and leave and go across the ocean, and then you just got to find me. You just got to find me. You got to. It sounds like this woman was trying to leave this bandit who was perpetually violent and she kept having kids with him. Whoever it was. The women, because this man had multiple children like multiple women, why does this violent bandit get multiple children? Do y'all think this was the first time he acted out violently? Put a 1 in the chat box if you think this is the first time. Yes, I've traveled outside of the U.S. Yes, I would hope. I mean, I'm about to be 42. Of course, I traveled outside of the U.S. And I told y'all, across the pond, since we just had a British bandit come up here, I spent nearly a month in London. I really, listen, I would encourage y'all to go out. Go travel. Go travel. If you want to see the same weakness and dust just wrapped in a British accent, go to the UK. Go to it. Go to it and you'll see. You'll see just how weak and docile they are. You go see how weak, whitewashed, and docile they were. Just like that band is sitting up here with a British accent because his own continent is being ran by degenerate bandits and he can't even get an opportunity in his own continent. Because if he could, he wouldn't be sitting up over there with a British accent. You was either colonized over there with your British accent, or you left the continent, or some black country, be it the Caribbean, be it in South America. Black men are defeated everywhere. They are defeated everywhere. Yeah, I'm sure. I know. Listen, a bandit ain't gonna just wake up out of nowhere and annihilate his whole family. A bandit ain't go just without no sign, with no sign of trouble. A bandit ain't gonna just get up and toe tag all the kids in the family. And he ain't gave no indication of his instability. The bottom line is most black women overlook the instability. They think they can change the man. One day we're going to have an honest discussion about black women's arrogance and their delusion that they mean enough or matter enough to black men for them to change their behavior. You can rehabilitate a person who does not care about or value you. Black men don't care enough about black women for black women to be able to help or change black men. They don't care about you enough. You don't matter enough. And even if you did matter enough, you don't give them incentive enough. Let me read over this. In addition to the 8 children that were slain, 2 women reportedly had been shot in the head, one being in critical condition. If you recall, Elkins was fatally toe-tagged by the police after carjacking someone following the incident. And look at this idiot. Y'all need to stop making this a race thing. It's a person thing. Then we should see 1 for 1. A black male case of terrorizing black women, then we should see a white, and then we should see Hispanic, and they should all be at the same rate. They should all be at the same. This is a black male issue. When it comes to the toe tagging in the black community, it is a black man issue. And this delusion here is why black women are failing to protect their kids. You can't protect your kids if you're too delusional to identify the threats. Black women are too delusional. And then she say, may those poor babies rest in peace. Get your dumb ass out of here. Exactly. They said, so it's only a race thing when it's a white man doing the unaliving. Exactly. Exactly. Because they surely did make Ashley Janae's situation a race thing. And where are all these bitch ass alpha male content creators that will sit and hunt for stories about white men toe tagging black women so they can try to deter black women from being with other men so that they can victimize them? Black men don't love you. They love victimizing you. And they don't want anybody to be able to victimize you except them. They want to be the authority of victimizing you. That and they can't take nothing away from white men. Is that and they can't stop white men from dating you. They ain't gonna go to white men and say don't date black women. So they gonna manipulate you and lie to you because it's easier, and they ain't gonna confront that man that they scared of. They bitches. And if they weren't bitches, they wouldn't be in this position. Yeah, they're trying to ensure that they got a victim supply chain. And then he posted photos with the oldest kids before he toe tagged them. Just to demonish, and look, took my eldest on a one-on-one date, had to catch her down bad. And I guarantee you there's a whole bunch of black women, oh, he's such a good father. Oh, he did the basic thing and took his daughter on a date. He's such a great father. Let me just go deep throat his dick. Just retarded. Just stupid. Just impressed by the most basic thing that a man should be doing. Mind you, he's not even doing anything special. He's doing what he should be doing. Oh, I wish Anton Daniels would bring his dusty ass over here. I am dying to humble him. But you know what? Listen. Anton Daniels is stupid, but he ain't that stupid. He ain't that stupid. He ain't that stupid. If y'all talking about Anton Daniels, he ain't that stupid. He knows to stay far away from any discussion with me. This is not Tasha K. And I'm going to let y'all know that now. This is not Tasha K. You come over here, you in the lion's den, and you will get your ass ate up. Period. I wish Anton Daniels would. I wish he would. I wish he would. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I wish he would. The only time in my life that I was financially unstable was when I was married because I had to pay for the both of us. He preached 50-50. Girl, I've been done told y'all what 50-50 is. So if you went 50-50 and you got okie doke from that, hopefully you learn from it. Hopefully you learn from it. Anjay said, you know how black women are. A black man spend 1 hour with the children he hasn't seen in 2 months. Exactly. And they just get so impressed. Just basic. Just completely basic.
This morning, officers responded to a shooting that just after 6 a.m. In doing so, we determined that this was a domestic call in nature. The responding officers located a crime scene here in the 300 block of West 79th Street. This is a rather extensive crime scene spanning between 2 residences here. There is also another residence on Harrison Street that is part of this crime scene as well. Right now, we have 10 individuals that are confronted by gunfire last night in a domestic disturbance.
See, even he's calling it a domestic disturbance, which is really what it is. But for the sake of white men's image and reputation, they decided to wrap domestic violence situations and targeted drive-bys into mass shootings. Listen, I'm gonna tell you who ain't gonna roll up for no debate. Tariq ain't gonna roll up for no debate because he's been made to look stupid too many times. Anton Daniels ain't. FD Signifier will run off the panel if I'm even in the comment section. So the bottom line is these men are bussy. They're scared of a woman. And because they know they're going to get that work. So they go to women who are male identified and unprepared to deal with them. I wish Anton Daniels would. And if he put my name in one comment, if he put my name in one video, all it's gonna take is one video and I'm gonna drag him for the whole entire year. Relentlessly. I'm gonna drag him for the entire year. I will drag him for the entire year if he put my name in one video. It's on and cracking. That's what I do know. Because I know your dumb ass ain't gonna come up, like you sitting up in front of Tasha K's face talking about an alpha male and your dumb ass being on a plantation sucking dick for hundreds of years. You was getting your ass and your mouth blown out, but you sitting up here talking about an alpha male. Where they do that at? When did you get your dumb ass off of a plantation and become an alpha male? Because you weren't an alpha male when you had dick in your mouth. I know that. You weren't an alpha male then. You weren't an alpha male when you sitting up talking about, oh, we was raped on the plantation too. Yeah, that's called a beta buck. That's what you were. And ain't no black man gonna sit up in my face and say, you an alpha male. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to prove it. I'm gonna need you to prove it. I'm gonna need you to explain to me how your history is saturated and you being bent over and forced to suck dick against your will. I want to know how that makes an alpha male. But you subjugated by this man and you constantly sitting up talking about what you can't do because of the white man, but you think you an alpha male? Oh, please. Oh, please. 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 No, alpha male is a behavior. Ain't dominating no damn males. They can't even dominate the Pookies and Ray Rays that they complain about, but you an alpha male? Why? Because you can talk down to a weak woman, but you run from the strong ones that will dog walk you and show you just how much of a bitch you are. I want to pull the bitch out of Anton Daniels so badly. I want to show y'all how easy it is for him to unravel. I want to show y'all how easy it is. Because when I tell y'all that's a weak bitch, that is a weak bitch. And the woman he's married to is weaker. And I don't even think he can get too much weaker than Anton Daniels. Weakness is 100%. He is weak. He is insecure. He is unsure of his manhood. That's written in his energy. And if he really do, go ask Mr. Let Go. If you want to get read, go ask Mr. Let Go. Did he get his card pulled? And was sitting on the panel apologizing because his card got pulled. Same thing would happen to Anton Daniels. Yeah, he's weak. He's weak. He's fragile. He don't got no sense of manhood, no concept of manhood at all. And I believe if any man wanted to bend Anton over today, they will be able to do it and shove a dick in his ass and his mouth at the same damn time. And he ain't gonna do nothing. That is, he got the weakest energy on a man that I've ever seen. I don't need to listen to Anton Daniel to know he's weak. It's literally, he got a cloud of weak energy around him. He's bussy. Anton Daniels wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. All he's made of is bitch assness. It's literally written in his DNA strands, bitch. And I'm waiting for the day that I get the opportunity to pull the bitch right out of him. Just like it happened with Umar sitting up there. Oh, she hate black men. Oh, she hate black men. Yeah, I thought you was an alpha man, though. I thought you was a psychiatrist, and that's all you got to say? Dr. Umar, that's all you got to say is, oh, she hate black men. You're an intellectual beast, but all you got to say when somebody asks your dumb ass, what did you do in response to people oppressing you? All you got for me is, oh, she hate black men. Well, I don't see too much about him to love. I don't see too much about him that's lovable. Let me see. He don't even take a white man. It could be a white woman. All right.
Peace.
How you doing?
I'm good.
And
I actually came to the echo.
but I came to agree that it's true, black men are weak, but I think black women are also weak because y'all let Maria
take over your community
and Karen
and locking your kids up.
and y'all not doing nothing about it.
You said Maria. Okay,
It's not gender exclusive.
Hold on. Because we gonna have the conversation. Since you want to compare weakness, I'm right. And we can do it. We can do it. You gonna regret it. I can assure you that. You gonna wish you wouldn't have went down that road. But sure. Say that part about Maria again. Say it again. Why black women are weak? Go ahead. Tell me again why black women are weak. I'm gonna go on mute so we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Not only is Maria demographically taking over your communities, Maria is literally eating off your tax dollars. And you cannot go to her country illegally. She will get you out the paint. But you watch Maria take your communities over. You watch Ling Ling, you watch Maria and Karen become police officers and lock your own kids up. Matter of fact, you even have instances when white women killed black women and y'all did nothing in response. So I think the weakness is not gender exclusive amongst the blacks, respectfully.
What type of system do we live in?
A system that
You're not fighting against.
What type of system do we live in? You either go answer the question or I'm gonna get your dumb ass out of here because you're trying to avoid getting this work. What type of system do we live in?
Well, we had a lot of
What type of system do we live in, ex-slave? What type of system do we live in? Because y'all got a history of sucking dick on the plantation. Yeah, you want to know why? Because y'all are the weakest men on the planet.
You gotta tell your black father.
Okay, we gonna mute you. I'll tell you what system we live in.
I'm a mulatto.
We live in a patriarchal system where black men have been completely neutered.
I agree.
That is why black women were on a plantation, because you were the weak bitch.
I'm a mulatto.
I don't care.
Yeah, so tell
Don't unmute yourself. Don't unmute yourself while I'm talking or I'm gonna boot you out. Do not unmute yourself. I can tell you're a tragic mulatto because you're too confused. Maria ain't doing nothing in the community but getting the same black man, and so is Becky. I want Maria and Ling Ling to come pick up the trash, more trash out of our community, because that's all they doing. They collecting the trash. And I would encourage them to come collect more trash. Do you think we actually need black men in the community? Black men are the problem with the community. But let me explain, but let me say this. Black men ain't fought against white men at all. I bet you black women. Okay, I told you not to get off mute. So now I'm gonna put you back. Now I'm just gonna put you back in the background. If you come off mute again, I'm putting you in the background. If you come off mute one more time, you're going back in the back room and you just won't be able to contribute. Bottom line is, if it wasn't for black men's weakness, the same weakness that run through your confused veins, black women wouldn't have been on no damn plantation. Black women were on a plantation because black men were weak and couldn't fight for themselves. That's why. Are you dumb enough to suggest that women can go to war with a group of white men? Because y'all the ones who said you're bigger and stronger, and you are. You are bigger, you are stronger, you have more muscle mass, you are faster. So why the hell was you bent over on a plantation sucking dick then? You want to talk about somebody running through the community? The only reason the community is standing is because of black women. Now, is your mama one of those Maria Ling Ling or Beckishas who got the same black men? Which one is she?
Both my parents are mulattoes. Checkmate.
From what? Mulattoes from what? A white woman and a black man? A weak black man and a white woman? Did you say?
Mulattoes.
Okay, I told you if you took yourself off mute again, you going in the background and you did. You come from weakness. You come from the weakest man on the planet and half the weakest woman on the planet. That's why you're a weak, confused, tragic mulatto who can't follow a simple direction to keep your dumb ass on mute. You're a mush mouth. And you can't even articulate anything. You sitting up here talking about, oh, black women, let Marie and Ling Ling ain't ran up. And when Marie and Ling Ling do run up, they get done up by black women every single day. Black women have fought harder than black men have ever fought in their entire life and still do. Because what I don't see is a bunch of videos of Maria, Ling Ling, and Beckisha trying black women. But I do see them trying y'all, though. I do see Maria and Ling Ling and primarily Beckisha telling you to prove that you live in your own damn house. I haven't seen that happen with a black woman. But what I have seen is a Beckisha trying to run her mouth to black women and she got punched in her face. I've seen her try black women and she got dragged down the street. So you tell me, if black women are so weak, why do white men say black women are more of a threat than black men? Why do white men say black women are their competition, not black men? So you can say whatever you want to, weak, confused mulatto, but at the end of the day, it is documented and proven from even the plantation times, black women were always been doing way more fighting than black men. That's why you so weak. If you had a black mama, you probably wouldn't be as weak and confused as you are. It is because you got a weak black mama and you come from the spawn of a weak black daddy that you sitting up here an inarticulate mush mouth who can't follow simple directions. You don't even know what a patriarchal system is or the parameters of it. A patriarchy means black men were dominated, black men were subdued. Therefore, everybody who comes into that community with him is subdued because he's subdued. Now, what I need you to do is get from out my backstage and go learn. That's what you can do. Go learn about the history of your weak lineage because you got bitch assness in your lineage too. Go learn about it. Coming up here talking about Maria and Ling Ling when the only thing Maria and Ling Ling and Beckisha doing is picking up the trash out of the black community. We're thanking them for it. But I bet you if Maria and Ling Ling run up, you gonna see you gonna really see. You gonna really see who's cowardly. Because I promise you, they already know. They know. Ain't no white women about to do to black women what they do to black men, because a black woman will tell you, I wish you would hit me. It'll be the last person you hit in your entire life. I've had run-ins with Ling Ling. She didn't want no smoke. The last one who jumped her dumb ass on my phone was threatening to call the police on me by the time I got done with her. She didn't want no smoke. And if they did want some smoke, they would have been showed that they wanted some smoke. The only thing they want to do is compete over some trash that we discarded. That's their problem. Their problem is they like the trash in our community and they think it's going to bother us if they come pick it up. No, we don't care. We threw it to the curb already. We put it out there so you could pick it up. Ain't nobody getting mad at the garbage man because he comes every week and pick up the trash off the curb. Therefore, ain't nobody worried about Maria and Ling Ling. We're thanking them. I want to stand them bitches a fruit basket and a thank you card. And tell them to recruit more friends and come pick up the rest of the trash. I know, Anton, if you over here, and I know you better be ready to prove something.
I only came back.
on.
Oh, the echo is on again. I only came back on because you blocked me on the chat, and I wasn't being abusive or anything. I was actually chatting.
I didn't. Ahmad must have.
Right. Okay. So I was chatting on the chat, and I was having a good faith conversation with some of the people in the chat, and all of a sudden I just got blocked. So that's the reason why I decided to come on here, because some there thinks to yourself, you're there saying Anton Daniels won't debate you, such and such won't debate you, and I thought to myself, well, I don't think you're.
We weren't talking about you. We weren't talking about you. We're talking about the content creator.
I don't think you're up for a good faith debate because you just cut people off. And I personally think you're just grifting because you got this thing against black men. And I personally don't believe that you think that all.
Can you prove that there's good black men or not? Because we're not going to go around this circular conversation. Can you prove that there's good black men or not? Because all you're doing is whining and crying and getting emotional up here. And the reason why you're up here and you're emotional is because you can't even identify a good black man, but you think you're going to convince me to? You can't gaslight me, and you're on mute, so we can't hear anything you're saying because you're on mute. You cannot gaslight me. You cannot emotional trigger me. I don't care if you think it's a grift. It could be a grift. Can you prove what I'm saying wrong? I can, because two things can be true at once. Sure, I can be grifting. Sure, I can hate black men, and you also can't show us how to identify a good one. So you must hate them too. You hate black men too because you can't even identify a good black man.
A silly question. I mean, you never can tell.
It's not a silly question. You said there's tons of black men, good black men. I asked you how to identify them.
Believe that all black men.
All of them are a problem. All of them are a problem until you prove that they ain't. All right, okay, you can't prove that they ain't. So anyway, you can't prove they ain't. Go ahead, BML. Take yourself off mute, BML, or I'm booting you and going to somebody else. Don't nobody have time to waste with you. So you got 3 seconds. Okay, let's get you out of here because you ain't saying nothing. I want to go to this report here. I want to go to this one because this one is much clearer. We're going to listen to this here.
Deadliest shooting in more than 2 years. Police said the gunman shot 10 people, killed those 8 children here in the house directly behind me, then stole a car at gunpoint and led police on a chase. All of this early Sunday morning.
Police say Shamar Elkins killed 8 children, including 7 of his own, in an execution-style shooting in Shreveport, Louisiana, early Sunday morning.
When he returned here, he began to execute children.
The incident started as a domestic dispute around 5 in the morning. According to police, Elkins shot a woman in the face at one house, then went to the house where his children were and shot another woman. Police say he pursued the children, even as some of them tried to escape.
Were they crawling out of windows to get onto a roof?
Yes, so actually this house right here that you see behind us, there's a window right above the garage. They actually climbed out of that window, we believe. And unfortunately, one of the children was actually located deceased on the roof. So we are working to determine, we do believe that he shot the child while the child was on the roof trying to get away.
Police say the shooter then stole a vehicle from a driver at gunpoint and led officers on a multi-parish chase. When he stopped in the neighborhood and got out with a gun, officers shot and killed him.
We believe there are multiple weapons used here. There is a handgun that was recovered at this scene, and then there was a rifle-style handgun that was recovered on his person.
One of the adults shot was the wife of the shooter. Both women are hospitalized and expected to live. Photos posted to the gunman's Facebook page show him with several children. One posted just 2 weeks ago, captioned, "With all my kids, what a blessed day."
The kids played in the yard every evening.
Fred Montgomery lives directly across the street. He said there were no signs the shooter would do something like this.
Just yesterday evening, he was sitting on the porch, and I waved at him, he waved back. Children were in the yard playing, and I just come in the house, and then this morning, we woke up to all of this.
The coroner's office released the names, the ages of all those children, 5 girls and 3 boys, as you mentioned, all between the ages of 3 and 11 years old. Elkins previously pleaded guilty to a weapons charge. That was back in 2019. Nate, police are still investigating what it was that led up to this incident. This was the nation's deadliest.
Look at this. Look, giving them an excuse. Mental health is such a priority. Very sad. When people do that, exactly. She said, I am so exhausted of blaming everything on mental health. Did he have a history of mental health? If he did, the system failed those children as they failed so many others. If not, let's call it what it is, pure evil. When black people want to look at a black man who annihilated his family and likely planned to, and then they blame it on mental illness, they're trying to remove accountability from him. They're trying to say something else, some affliction caused him to do this. And this is why I say the community can't protect children. They can't. They can't. The children are unprotected because the community is too busy protecting the men who are toe tagging the children. Nobody in this comment section is a licensed or degreed mental health professional, yet they're always trying to chalk this up to mental health. I want to know this person's credentials. I want to know the credentials. And this man was an Army vet, so he's already been psychologically analyzed. You can't be in the Army with a mental illness. The military will give you an honorable discharge if you have mental illnesses. This man wasn't even deployed though. He's already been psychologically evaluated if he was in the military. He does not have a mental illness. This is just a demonic man who chose to toe tag his kids. Shortly after 6 a.m. Central Time on Sunday, he opened fire across 3 separate homes in Shreveport. I don't know why they're calling this a mass shooting except to mislead people. Police confirmed 10 people were struck. What they can call this bandit is a serial killer. He first went to the home on Harris Street where his wife, the mother of his children, was shot. Police say her injuries are very serious. She has been in surgery and is expected to survive. He then drove a quarter of a mile away to a second residence on West 79th Street near Linwood Avenue. That is where he toe tagged the children. 7 were his own kids. The 8th was a cousin. A second woman at that home, reportedly the mother of the cousin, was also shot. Her injuries are described as life-threatening. One child survived by jumping off the roof. A 13-year-old boy made it off the back, climbed to the top of the house, and left. He has broken bones, but he is alive. Right now, he is the only witness. After the shootings, this demonic bandit carjacked the vehicle at gunpoint and fled because, of course, they don't want to deal with no man. They don't want no smoke with no man, which is why they end up getting in trying to toe tag themselves or getting the police to toe tag them because they cowardly. They don't want to deal with no man. Shreveport police chased them into Bossier City. In the neighborhood in Parish, officers in Elkins exchanged gunfire in the 400 block of Brompton Lane. This was his way to self-unalive. For the Christians, why are y'all saying pray to Jesus? Did Jesus not know that this bandit was toe tagging his children? Because y'all said y'all's male God. Let me actually, hold on for a second. Let me see something. Because I'm confused as to what y'all think. So it's funny that y'all are calling on y'all's male God, but I'm looking over here at 1 Samuel 15:3, Saul's disobedience. Now go and strike Amalek and exterminate all which is to him, and thou shalt not spare to him, and kill from man even to woman, from child even to infants, because it says suckling. This is why your God didn't intervene, because this is what your God do. You then have Numbers 12. You have the one I just did, 1 Samuel 19. Then Saul ordered his son Jonathan and all his servants likely to go kill some kids. This is what your 15 plus powerful verses about kill the men, women, and children. I'll show y'all what I'm reading. And I don't care what y'all say. You can say taking it out of context. You need to explain to me what is the appropriate context for God, a loving, benevolent God, to be telling anybody to go toe tag some women and children, even suckling infants who are breastfeeding. The Bible contains verses that sometimes provoke difficult questions, particularly when they seem to advocate for violence or destruction. One such phrase, kill the men, women, and children, appear in several places in the Old Testament, especially in the context of wars fought by the Israelites under God's command. These verses can be unsettling for modern readers, prompting questions about the nature of God, justice, and how we understand these scriptures today. So they gave you 15 Bible verses that include the phrase, kill the men, women, and children. Mind you, in all of these situations, the women and children ain't did a damn thing. Not one thing. Deuteronomy 20:16, but in these cities of the people that the Lord your God is giving you for an inheritance. So he's telling them, I'm going to steal this country and give it to you. You shall save alive nothing but breath, but you shall devote them to complete destruction. The Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, just go kill a whole bunch of people. Your male God is the same as these murderous bandits. This command given during Israel's conquest of Canaan, meaning Israel's desire to steal land, was part of God's judgment on the wickedness of these nations. How can an infant be wicked? I don't know. The command to destroy every living thing was meant to remove the corrupting influence of these people who engaged in practices contrary to God's will, such as child sacrifice and idol worship. So because they were doing child sacrifices in the Bible, then the God said, go kill all the children. That sounds logical. Joshua 6:21, and they devoted all in the city to destruction, both men and women, young and old, oxen and sheep and donkeys with the edge of a sword. 1 Samuel 15:3, we already read that. 1 Kings 14:29, as soon as 15:29, as soon as he was king, he struck down all the houses of Jeroboam. He left to the house of Jeroboam not one that breathed, until he destroyed it, according to the word of the Lord. This is what your God does. So ain't no reason for you to be in a comment talking about pray to God. You praying to the same God who repeatedly instructed men to toe tag women and children. And when the Lord your God gives them over to you and you defeat them, then you must devote them to complete destruction. You shall make no covenant with them and show no mercy. That bandit over there showed his family no mercy. Now, why would a benevolent, loving God tell you to go slaughter a bunch of kids mercilessly? I don't know. 6 numbers. Now there, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman who has sex with a man. But all the young girls who have not been with a man, you can keep them for yourself. This is y'all's God. So praying to God ain't gonna do nothing about this? Because this is the work of your God. At midnight, 7 Exodus 12:29. At midnight, the Lord struck down all the firstborn in the land, all of the newborn babies in the land of Egypt. From the firstborn of the Pharaoh who sat on his throne to the firstborn of the captives who was in the dungeon. And all the firstborn of the livestock. But you think you about to pray this away? Maybe your war-hardy demonic God told that bandit to go toe tag his family. Joshua 10:40. So Joshua struck the whole land, the hill country and the Nebeg and the lowland and the slopes and all their kings. He left none remaining, but devoted to destruction all that he breathed, just as the Lord God of Israel commanded. But you want to pray, though. 2 Kings 10:25. And as soon as he had finished offering the burnt offering, Jehu said to the guard and to the offers, go in and strike them down, let none escape. So they struck them down with the edge of the sword, and the guards and the officers cast them out and went into the inner room of the house of Baal. Last I checked, Baal was a demon. 10 Deuteronomy. If you hear in one of your cities, which the Lord your God is giving you to dwell there, that certain worthless fellows have gone out among you and have drawn away the inhabitants of their city, saying, let us go and serve other gods. So because they don't believe in this evil, war-hardy God and probably wants to serve a more nice, benevolent God, this male God instructed them to kill everybody and babies. Then you shall inquire and make search and ask diligently. And behold, if it is true and certain that such an abomination has been done among you, you shall strike the inhabitants of the city with the edge of the sword, destroying it completely. You think praying to an evil God who has already spent, it sounds like, his existence killing women and children, and you think you're going to stop it by appealing to that same God? Know therefore today that he that goes over before you as a consuming fire is the Lord your God. He will destroy them and subdue them before you. So the congregation sent 12,000 of their bravest men there and commanded them, go and strike the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the head of the sword, also the women and the little ones. It sounds like the men are the problem, but this God is consistently telling them to kill women and children who ain't did nothing. The kids didn't do nothing. Why are the women and children being killed? Oh, because your God hates women and children. It appears that they do. And this shall be the plague which the Lord will strike all the people that wage war against Jerusalem. Their flesh will rot while they are standing on their feet. Their eyes will rot on their sockets, and their tongue will rot in their mouths. I don't see no difference between this and the devil. I don't. I don't see it. I don't see anything at all. I don't see nothing good about this. Conclusion: the Bible contains passages that describe God's judgment, including the destruction of entire groups of people. So he's genocidal, war-hardy, controlling, because you don't have a choice but to serve and worship this narcissistic God. And if you don't, he's going to hire people, he's going to tell people to murder you just like a psychopath would. These actions are often difficult to understand, but are deeply tied to God's holiness and justice. Their holiness, and justice. The command to destroy the men, women, and children of certain nations in the Old Testament reflects God's righteous judgment against sin, idolatry, and wickedness that he created on his own. Mind you, this God created the sin, idolatry, and wickedness, and then decided, oh, I'm going to kill people for being sinful, even though I made them sinful. So I don't understand why, if I go in these comments, There's a whole bunch of people talking about, oh, they just need more prayer. Oh, we just got to pray. Oh, we just need to pray, and we just need more God. It sounds like God would authorize this. God is the one who authorized this. So why would you be then referring to a God who has multiple times authorized the toe tagging of women and children? It do sound like this administration, beautiful children. This breaks my heart. Beautiful children. Beautiful children. And taken by a logical, non-emotional man that should be a leader. And of course, you should be marrying these men because your kids need a father in the home, even though that father is going to be the one most likely to harm them. Who you praying to? Who you praying to? The same God that instructed women and children to be murdered on several different occasions? That God? Y'all sound silly. Either you didn't read the Bible or you just as corrupt and you're okay with this. Under no circumstances, why didn't this benevolent God say, spare the women and children? They did nothing. The women and children in there did nothing. An infant that's nursing from his mother, what sin does an infant commit that's nursing from his mother? Because it literally said even the babies who are suckling. So that's an infant who is still nursing. Get them too. Because of course, even though it's a newborn baby, it's definitely wicked and evil. I don't know what Bible you read. Let's talk about Dr. Serena Fairfax, a black man who toe tagged his preference. But do y'all think black men are running around warning black women not to get in relationships with black men because they so emotionally unhinged that they go toe tag? You know, they only want to tell you about white men because they're cock blocking haters. That's what they are. Black men over there trying to cock block with white men as they lay up and worship white women. But you ain't gonna go tell him not to date black women like he told you not to date white women and lynched you if you did. You ain't gonna do that. You gonna get on the internet, cherry pick, and try to manipulate women into thinking somebody is more of a threat to them than you. Dr. Serena Fairfax is being remembered for a life of excellence and service, even as new details continue to emerge about the tragic circumstances surrounding her death. A respected dentist and community advocate, Fairfax built a distinguished career while also dedicating time to help others through outreach and work. Fairfax earned her Bachelor's of Science from Duke University, so this was a decorated woman just trying to live her life. Was cut short on April 16, 4 days ago, when authorities say her estranged husband, a black man, former lieutenant governor, so Pookie, not a Pookie or Ray Ray, a man who was vetted. This is a man who was vetted. This is a man who probably had to go through extensive background checks. Because I know if I had to go through a background check and FBI fingerprinting to work in the airport, then I know this man as a lieutenant governor, I'm pretty sure he had to go through the same process, if not more extensively. Because when I worked in the Detroit airport and when I worked in the Portland airport, both of them I had to go through not just a local background check, I had to go through an FBI fingerprint background check. I don't think you can get more extensive than that. I don't think you can get more extensive than an FBI background check that involves your damn fingerprints. So I already know if this man is lieutenant governor, then he was already criminally vetted. He was already looked into. So there should have been no more vetting that this woman had to do. But this bandit toe tagged her and then toe tagged himself. Coward. He did this in front of the children. He did this in front of the children. He didn't care about them kids. Because what y'all don't understand is men, black men specifically, I believe black men care about their kids as much as they care about nut that's in a condom that they discard. Why? Because beyond nutting, they have nothing to do with the process of creating life. Because if they did create life, they wouldn't be so quick to destroy it. Because they would understand, they would have some kind of sentiment towards life. They do not, though. And that's because to them, the child is nothing more than a nut. They care about their children to the extent that they care about their nut. Because that's all it is. That's all they contribute. That's what it is to them. That's why they look at you and say, I don't know why that ain't my kid. That's your kid. I don't want that kid. Mute your background. I want to know why this feminine fit friendly preference got toe tagged by this man. You free to unmute yourself and explain why this feminine fit friendly, why did this feminine fit friendly woman preference, why was she not killed by a white supremacist? She was killed by this black man who was vetted by the government.
I don't know.
Why did that bandit go toe tag his whole family?
I have no idea.
Why are y'all pretending and trying to convince black women that you less of a threat than white supremacists, although you kill black women more than white supremacists?
I tell women that all women, it's not just black men, right? And when you just said
hold on,
black men.
Hold on. Are all men toe tagging black women, or is it primarily black men?
I don't know. I don't have the number.
Okay, well let me tell you, it's black men primarily. In 2023, there were 733 cases of black women being killed by men. 8 of them was white, the rest were black. There's no comparison. You are worse than white supremacists. You are more dangerous to black women and children than white supremacists. There's no evidence that you're going to present that says otherwise.
Well, it just was.
You are the threat.
It just was thousands of people killed in Iran. And would you consider those black men as well that did that? It was just 10,000 this year. You know, that's not black men. You feel me? So when you say like it's a black men issue, I don't think it's fair that you make that blanket statement that we're the most dangerous. Am I frozen? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Did you just mention Iran or Gaza?
I mentioned Iran.
What part of that has to do with the black community?
Nothing. Which is
exactly. So stick to black men. Stick to this. This is, hold on. This is, no, I want you to be quiet. I want you to hear me very clearly. This is a discussion on black men. Do not deviate from black men, because no one is toe tagging black women and children more than black men. So you don't need to mention Gaza. You don't need to mention Iran. You don't need to mention a white man. This is a black male problem. 100% it is a black male problem. Now, if you're going to tell me it's because of proximity, then tell me what part of black men being in proximity to black women and children means they have to toe tag them. Go ahead.
No, I don't have an answer.
Go ahead.
For that. I don't have an answer for that question.
So what'd you come up here for?
You're making a blanket statement.
I'm making a blanket statement, and hold on. I want to say something real quickly. I am making a blanket statement, and if you can't refute it, then the only thing you can do is you can only concede to it. You either refute it with proof or concede. Those are your options, because we ain't lying on my panel. We're not.
All right, I'm gonna concede. Thanks for having me.
Just sitting out trying to say, they want to come up here and lie. They want to come up here and lie. Why are you bringing up Iran and Gaza here? When we already know what the situation with Iran and Gaza is. It's the same thing that been happening in that damn Bible since they created it. Look at this. Oh, another black man. Yup, another biracial woman who probably had black ancestors because she looked like she just mixed. She looked like she probably got a black daddy and a white mama. Hispanic is not a race. So this is a mixed woman or a mixed child, actually, because she was 15. Toe tagged by another black man. What part of white supremacy caused this? Where was the white man involved in this situation? I don't see no white man in this. This ain't no white man to toe tag her. Surely black men got an excuse for this. Surely black men got a reason why this black man toe tagged this 15-year-old girl and put her in the back of his Tesla. Mexican is not a race. I'm gonna really need y'all. We really gotta. I hate that we gotta do this. I hate that we gotta literally go to the basics of education. Why do we keep having to do this? Why do we keep having to do this? I don't understand it. What is a Mexican? Let's go look at I hate having to do this. This is one of my pet peeves when somebody, I'm sorry y'all, but this just irritates me to my core. To see grown people not knowing the difference between race, nationality, it irritates me. A Mexican is a native or citizen of Mexico, or a person of Mexican descent representing a diverse population with significant indigenous and European mestizo heritage. She is mixed. You don't need to say Mexican. She's mixed. It's a nationality. She is a Mexican citizen born in Monterrey, describing nationality, not race. She is mixed. As Mexican is not a race. It is a nationality. Let's go over Hispanic. What is a Hispanic? Oh, again, yeah, a person from Spain or Central America. So Hispanic wouldn't be a race either. It is an ethnic designation, meaning location, based on language and cultural heritage, not race. It literally says in the definition, it's based on language and culture, not race. Meaning Hispanics can be of any race. They can be of any race because Hispanic is not a race. It is a language. And I don't know why we keep having to tell grown people this. The term term focuses on the Spanish language origin, distinguishing it from Latino, which generally refers to a geographic origin in Latin America. Another location. Another location. Please stop doing it. That is a mixed woman. She is a mixed woman. Who, mind you, wasn't even in Mexico. You don't even know if this girl is from Mexico. She can't be a Mexican unless she's from Mexico. And you don't know if she's from Mexico or not, so why are you calling her Mexican? She's a mixed woman. She's mixed. Oh, what about this bandit? A black man, Arkansas teacher charged after being caught on camera choking a student. Spaniard ain't a race. You in here with the foolishness again. Listen, the illiteracy rate just walked into the chat box. The low illiterate, like how you will come in here and say a Spaniard when we literally just went over this? We literally just went over this. This literally is a comprehension issue. This is a comprehension issue. It really is. It's a comprehension issue. I know it is.
An aggravated assault for an incident involving a student. 56-year-old Tracy Matthews was allegedly caught on camera choking a child at Wonder Junior High School. WRG's Raven Copeland has reaction from a resident who's calling for accountability.
Tracy Matthews, a teacher at Wonder Junior High School, faces an aggravated assault charge for allegedly putting his hands on a student on April 15. West Memphis police say the confrontation started in a classroom and was caught on surveillance video. According to the police report, it all started when the student told Matthews, quote, "Bruh, I don't have a computer." Matthews then responded with, quote, "I'm not your bruh, I'm your sir." When the student said, quote, "My bad, little bruh," police say Matthews grabbed the student by his shirt and pushed him against a desk.
You're not supposed to just...
Look at this. According to police, 56-year-old Tracy Matthews, a teacher and a man who could not control his emotions. This is a bandit who is nearly 60, but is so emotionally unhinged, he goes immediately to violent based off this man calling him bro. A child called him bro. So an unhinged 56-year-old bandit, because clearly black men don't grow out of this, he decides to harm a student because they called him bro. But men are logical though. Logic didn't tell him that this is a child and children say things and you should just brush it off. It's not like he insulted you. Logic didn't tell him that. No, let me just rush to choking him. What if he would have killed this boy? Then this would be another child toe tagged by an unhinged man who cannot emotionally regulate. They are not logical. They are emotionally unhinged. Another one. We know this was a black man. We don't need to look no further. Atlanta mother, Bianca Hunley, toe-tagged in highway shooting while pregnant with her third child. Family demands answers. Bianca Hunley was toe-tagged April 14th on I-75 northbound during rush hour traffic near the airport. According to police, officers responded around 6:15 to reports of a shooting and found Hunley inside her white BMW. She was rushed to the hospital in critical condition but did not survive. Hunley's mother, Gloria Allen, said her daughter's death was senseless. She was my baby. She did not deserve this. I'm going to go down here and see something because rush hour traffic, just like, first of all, I don't see how this was a road rage situation because people are calling this a road rage. No, this was a targeted hit on a pregnant woman, probably by a bandit who didn't want the kid. She was pregnant with her third child. This is a bandit until proven otherwise. Bottom line, we know this is a bandit. We know this is a bandit who planned to go execute this woman. It was likely her baby daddy. Yeah, it's no doubt she was targeted. Because there's nothing in this. Let me find another article, because there's nothing in this that says road rage. So her name is Bianca Hunley. Let me just go back to her. Yeah, we got this one too. Yeah, Bianca Hunley. Okay, let me go to Bianca Huntley. Let me see if there's a suspect here. Police have not yet identified any suspects. Yeah, then this wasn't road rage. This was targeted. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably the bandit who either did it himself or orchestrated it. Look, I don't know who this is, but this was either the bandit who did it or he orchestrated it. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office and family members have identified a woman who died after police found her on the I-75 earlier that week. Bianca Hunley was 4.5 months pregnant with her third daughter. She has 2 other daughters. It says having to explain to my baby that her mama is never coming home. I would hate to have to explain that to a kid. I would hate to. It would break every single part of my heart to have to explain to a kid that she don't got no mama because of an unhinged bandit. On Tuesday afternoon, Atlanta police say they found Huntley shot along the northbound lanes of I-75. Somebody had to see this, which is close to the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta airport where she worked. So she was going to work. Whoever did this is probably this bandit, because they knew her work schedule. They knew where she would be and when she would be there. This was not road rage. She was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. I just couldn't believe it. Bianca's brother told her it didn't dawn on me until the next morning. I'm just going to say something. Why is nobody mentioning the man that she was pregnant by? Let me see if I could find another article that might mention the man that she was pregnant by. And where is this baby's daddy? Have he came and did an interview or expressed any concern for the fact that his unborn child was toe tagged? No, it says she was going to work. No, it said she was going to work. It said she was on her way to work. Oh, initial reports indicate Hunley may have been shot at a separate and currently unknown location. Police have not released any details about what led up to the shooting or any possible suspects. I just want to know where this baby daddy at. Because somebody impregnated her. We know she didn't go to a sperm bank. Where's the baby daddy? So this lady is toe tagged. So this lady was toe tagged, and whatever man she was pregnant by says nothing. The man she was pregnant by says nothing. Y'all don't find it strange that none of these articles is mentioning the man she was pregnant by? Look, Hunley died from a gunshot wound involving the left arm and torso. Yeah, you can look at where they shot her at. This is somebody who is trying to toe tag that baby. They were trying to toe tag this baby. Let's see if they give any other details. I don't understand why whoever she's pregnant by is not being mentioned.
Tuesday night, Gloria Allen says she got the worst phone call of her life.
Oh my God. You have no idea.
Her daughter,
You're talking about a light, a shining light that got snuffed out.
Bianca Hunley, was on her way home in rush hour traffic on I-75.
She actually was
Okay, so she
tried to get out of tried to dial 911, get out of the vehicle.
Atlanta police found her BMW parked on the median, the turn signal still on, and Bianca in critical condition.
It's something that she did not deserve.
Bianca was rushed to Grady, but doctors couldn't save her.
Her life, we will celebrate it until my last breath.
A life, Gloria says, Bianca worked hard for. She bought her first home just a couple years ago.
By herself, okay, raising 2 daughters because of her hard work and dedication. Nobody did it for her. She did it.
Gloria says they broke the news to her colleagues at DHL in McDonough, where she'd just gotten a promotion.
The whole place, actually, it didn't break my heart, Cody. It made me feel so happy and proud that my daughter was such a light that shined everywhere that she went. You know, that's what her boss joked with me this morning. He said, you know, her energy, she changes the atmosphere when she walks into a room. I said, I know.
Memories Gloria will now hold on to as she uses her energy to find the person who took her daughter's life.
We're talking about 6 o'clock, 6:30, rush hour traffic on Highway 75. Somebody saw something.
Yeah, somebody did see something.
Faith, vengeance belongs to God.
They are
My daughter will be vindicated.
I can't with them. Ma'am, who is your daughter pregnant by? Why none of them are mentioning who this one is pregnant by? Like, this makes no. So a pregnant woman, a woman who is very visibly pregnant, nearly halfway through her pregnancy, nobody is mentioning this man. They not asking what relationship was she in. Well, who is the father of the baby? Where is the father giving any interview? So the father ain't gonna give no interview. They don't want to question. The news don't want to question the man she was pregnant by. Yeah, that is very suspicious to me. Very suspicious to me. That is very suspicious to me. It's given a band that did this and then staged her there. But here's the thing. There were black women in the comment section saying, oh, well, this must be a road rage situation. Very rarely do road rage situations turn into a pregnant woman being executed. This, I guess we gonna have to wait and watch it on Fatal Attraction. I guess that's what we gonna have to do. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna look on Facebook and see if they got some information. Cause then this just don't, hey y'all, this ain't, I think this bandit did it. I'm telling y'all, I really do. I really do believe this is giving the bandit set this up. It is 100% giving this bandit set this up. I'm going to look on Facebook really quickly. Because I really want to see if maybe somebody knows something about who this lady was pregnant by. Because I don't understand the news not mentioning who she's pregnant by. So let me see if some people know. Let me get up in these comments. 6 comments. Let's see what comments. I just need to see if somebody know this lady. Oh yeah, she was a very pretty lady. Look at, even on Facebook, people are overlooking the fact that this woman was pregnant by some man. And I'm sure all her kids are black. Who is her baby daddy? Who was she dating at the time? Who got her pregnant? That would be, I would think they would check there first. She's a very pretty woman. She does. She has very, very light energy, beautiful eyes. Yeah, she seems like a very, very gentle, kind, nice person. That's what I get from looking at her. Let me see if somebody else on here is going to say something. Yeah, her daughter wasn't, but instead a targeted attack against a pregnant mother of 2 daughters. By who? Where is the baby daddy? And what was their relationship like? See, they not going into it. Bianca was making her way home from work. She had just got a promotion. But nothing about this man that she got pregnant by. Nothing about a relationship that she was in. I guess everybody go overlook. They gonna mention the fact that she was pregnant. She didn't get herself pregnant. So why what are we doing? Somebody knows somebody that she was with. I think it's this dude here. I really do believe this dude set this up. Everything in my gut instinct is saying this dude set this up. And look, stop the violence, Lord. Your Lord and your God is violent. So, like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm just trying to see if anybody in here know this lady. Somebody on Facebook have to know this woman. Or maybe they investigating and they just told all of them to be quiet and don't say nothing. They pray into the same God that instructed women and children to be murdered. That's just real. That's rich to me. Black people are gone. The best trick that colonizers ever did to black people is give them this religion. She was targeted. I just wish there was somebody in the look, here he go again. This her baby daddy. I think this her baby daddy, and they need to be checking with him. I'm telling y'all, my spidey senses is tingling. Look at his empty eyes. Notice how she consistently in a picture with this damn man. These look to be her kids. Because she had 2 daughters and she was pregnant by another one. I think it's this man. I think it's this man here. Let me say, and look, they're just the praying hands. Just okay. Hopefully they're strategically leaving him out because he's under investigation. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think too, because if I see this, I know they see it. Because when a pregnant woman comes up toe tagged in this manner, they almost immediately go find who she pregnant by. And he ain't came out and said nothing. Look, at Occident True Crime at Nancy Grace. No, you need to go ahead and put at Fatal Attraction. Nobody on here saying anything though. Does she have a Facebook page or was it deactivated already? Let me see if I can go to her. Bianca Hunley. So they would have already taken it down. Yeah, it's giving baby daddy. It's giving baby daddy. Especially since he MIA. Let's talk about this last thing. But stay away from white men though. But don't date white men though. So you don't turn up like, listen, Ashley Janae, she likely would have got toe tagged by a broke black man. They're mad because it's a wealthy white man and a broke black man didn't get the opportunity to do this. And then you got black women all in the comments advocating. Let me ask another question. I need to look and do some research. Do wealthy men commit the most domestic cases? Here, because look, black women are on here talking about, the rich men this and they're stay away from rich men. Let's look at this. So I said, do wealthy men commit the most domestic violence cases? Domestic violence occurs across all income levels, but studies consistently show that intimate partner violence is statistically more prevalent in lower income households, not among the wealthy. While abuse in affluent families is less reported due to shame, privacy, and fear of reputation damage, lower socioeconomic status is recognized risk factor. Key findings on domestic violence and wealth. Prevalence by income. Research indicates intimate partner violence rates are highest among broke people. One study showed rates in economically disadvantaged neighborhoods, 8.7%, were double those in more advantaged areas. Broke men are the ones abusing and toe tagging you. So they said they have more wealthy abusers often have access to resources that allow them to abuse private, such as private counselors, lawyers, or avoiding public. Yeah, but even if the woman reported, she still reported. Abuser profile. While domestic violence crosses all social lines, perpetrators are statistically more likely to be young, unemployed, or facing financial distress. Broke men. Broke men. Again, it goes down to broke men is the abuser profile. The abuser profile is not a rich man, because one of the things also, rich men got more to lose. They got more to lose. But you got black women in the comments section shaming Ashley because she was with a wealthy man. And broke men are the ones beating and killing on women. Specific power dynamics. In wealthier relationships, abusers may use coercive control, such as ruining the spouse's reputation, controlling finances, or isolating them within a culture of influence. Their abuse looks different when they are wealthy. But the ones beating on and toe tagging are broke. When wealthy women are targeted, research shows women are more likely to experience domestic violence when they out-earn their male partner, regardless of overall wealth. But again, broke males are the primary ones. Broke men are the primary ones. And they want to sit here and say, oh, Ashley Janae was a gold digger and that's why she in. No. She would have been more likely to be abused by the broke bandit. The broke bandit is the problem. Or the bandit who's insecure because the woman is making more money than him. Yep, broke abuse is violent and always deadly. Exactly. But they want to run around here and act like, oh, well, y'all be careful with wealthy men because they tend to be abusive. Yeah, in a cheating type of way. In a controlling money type of way. But that broke man over there, he gonna do exactly what that broke man in Shreveport, Louisiana did. Because that was a broke man too. But they always want to, and the reason why black women want to sit here and shun wealthy men and champion broke men is because most black men are broke. That's why. It's because most black men are broke. You have another case right here of another bandit who did what? Oh, he toe tagged his pregnant girlfriend and dumped her body in a park. But black love, though. Justin Fairfax, 10,000 income tax. Well, he was making six figures. What was she making?
You say the hunt is still on for Kevin Foe, the man charged with capital murder in the death of 23-year-old Ashanti Allen, who was 8 months pregnant when she disappeared. Foe was also the father of the unborn child.
Right.
KPRC 2's Nicole Nielsen spoke with the family, was asking how a man with a violent history was back on the street just 2 months before Ashanti was killed.
And a woman willingly, and look, and you think she didn't know that he was a violent criminal, although it sounds like she knew him when he was in prison. Let's read. Authorities in Houston are searching for a 24-year-old man, 24, and toe tagged a woman, accused in the toe tagging of his pregnant girlfriend, whose remains were discovered days after she reported missing. Again, there is no other group of men who have more disdain for children than black men. Prove me wrong. Police say Kevin Foe is wanted in connection to the death of 23-year-old Ashanti Allen, who was 8 months pregnant with his child at the time of her disappearance. Allen was reported missing on April 10th after she was last seen leaving her home nearly a week later. Search teams located her remains. Investigators pointed at Foe's prior criminal history. Court records show he was charged in 2019 with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. More recently, in 2025, he faced a charge involving assault. You think she didn't notice? We just in 2026. Do you think she didn't know in 2025 that he was faced with an assault charge? You think she didn't know that? Family members of the victim say they feared the worst early on. Again, she knew. Allen's mother, Gaines Colbert, said she became alarmed when her daughter missed an appointment shortly after she appeared. When she missed her appointment on the 14th, I already knew she was gone, a mother knows. She added that she was not surprised when Foe was named the subject. I knew all along that he did something to my child. He was initially charged with murder, but prosecutors elevated the charge to capital as new details emerged in the case. She knew this was a violent, felonious bandit, and she was pregnant by him anyway. So unfortunately, if this woman had standards, because you wouldn't listen. If there's a man who I'm with, and he get faced with he get involved in an assault, a felonious assault while I'm with him, I'm going to the clinic. Even if I was pregnant by him, I'm going to the clinic. This is male worship. That's what this is. She knew this was a felonious man. I'm pretty sure she said her mama warned her. She probably was like, no, the black man is a good man and all I'm having his baby, he'll change with the baby. And now her and the baby toe tagged. Oh, bro. Oh, yeah. Religion is the greatest weapon against women. Bandits don't care nothing about no God or no Jesus. They only care that black women do. And since black women do, they said, well, we gonna use this religion against these women to get what we want. We ain't gonna act like no man of God. We ain't gonna follow the Bible in no way, shape, or form because black men don't. But that doesn't matter to black women because we black. So we already met the requirements of getting a black woman. We simply have to be black. I believe that in 2025 was against her. Yeah, we not halfway through we almost halfway through 2026, but 2025 was just 5 months ago, just 4 months ago. She was 8 months pregnant. If she was 8 months pregnant in April, on April 14th, then she knew that this was a violent bandit. She knew it. She knew he was a violent bandit. But this was probably one of those, my man, my man, my man. Anybody who watched Fatal Attraction know that black women don't care if the man is cheating on her. She don't care if the man got side babies. She don't care if the man got a criminal record. She don't care if the man is in gang violence. This is what I've learned from watching Fatal Attraction. Because I just watched an episode of Fatal Attraction where there was a black woman who was with a black man who went to the NBA. He had married two different women. And she still kept having children with him. He married two different women while she was pregnant because she had multiple kids by him. In between her having each one of those kids, he went and married another woman. She was still with him. Yep, nobody. And then because she had no standards, she linked up with her abusive attorney and he ended up toe tagging her. No, that was Fatal Attraction. The basketball player didn't toe tag her, the attorney did. And guess what? The attorney was abusive to her and she chose to stay with him and then he chose to toe tag her. She didn't walk away. I guess the abuse wasn't enough. The degradation wasn't enough for her to walk away. I'm sure she thought she could change him and then he toe tagged her. There's no spell on black women. There's just a lack of self-love. This is how black women's self-hatred manifests. It's self-hatred. If you think self-hatred is a spell, then yeah, it's the spell of self-hatred. Do you remember that episode? Yeah, Maxine, let me look and I'll tell you which one it is. Because I was watching it on my tablet. So let me look at it and I'll tell you right now what it is. The episode is on YouTube. Oh, I was over here watching Kristen Cavallari's podcast episode. Her episode with Lauren Conrad. It is called... I'll have to find it because I was just watching it. It's on YouTube. It's called The Murder of a NBA Star's Girlfriend. Let me see if I can get into my I'm email it to you, Maxita. Yeah, let me go into my history. I'm about to get off of here, y'all, because I'm starting to get a headache. And so I wanted to test this out to see if I was ready to come back, because I know I got a couple more weeks to where I'm supposed to come back. I just don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to go to my history because I'm about to send you this video because it's absolutely here. Let me see if I can post it in the chat so whoever wants to watch it can watch it. Listen, if you want to learn about black women's pathology and self-hatred, just watch Fatal Attraction. Okay, so here is the I pinned it to the comment section, the episode of Fatal Attraction. It should be pinned to the comments. Yep. So whoever wants to watch that episode, you can watch it. There you go, Maxita. It's a good episode too. It's a good quality episode too. But y'all knew I couldn't just not speak on this situation because it seems like every single day there's a story coming out about a black man toe tagging black women. But black men are in my comment section talking about Ashley Janae, though. And it's like, why are you in my comments talking about Ashley Janae as if white men are toe tagging black women when you know damn well you are? And then they can't even give you a valid reason as to why black men are toe tagging black women. Why is it that they can't give you a valid reason as to why black men are toe tagging black women? Why can't black men tell you why they keep making white supremacy and white men the boogeyman, but they toe tag black women and children and terrorize their community significantly more? So are we supposed to say that because you black, we got to say you not the same? You're worse. Do a video on Ashley Janae. Come here, take the link. Take the link, Honey Badger. Take the link so we can talk about Ashley Janae. Because I think you just wanted Ashley Janae to be toe tagged by a broke black man, and you mad because she was toe tagged by a wealthy white man. So take the link if you want me to talk about Ashley Janae. Because surely you're not instructing me to talk about something, but you can't bring your dumb ass up here and answer some questions. Surely you not. You don't get to direct my content. I'll talk about white men toe tagging black women when their rate of it surpasses black men. I'm not about to look at a rarity and overlook the fact that black men are toe tagging black women. What you need to do is get up here and tell me, explain to me why it is that black men toe tag black women more than white supremacists do, but you telling me to talk about Ashley Janae. You gonna get blocked out the comments. You don't get to bussy pop from the chat box, coward. Come up here and show how much of an alpha male you are as you sitting there scared to come up here and talk to a woman, but you're an alpha male. And that's exactly why I see how y'all was getting y'all's mouth ran with white dick for so long. I can absolutely see. I can absolutely see. It must have been a cakewalk for white men. It had to be. It had to be. Like just no challenge at all. None. And I didn't exactly see y'all resisting in that documentary that Tariq done made. So it must have been easy. It must have been easy for white men to get their dick in black men's mouth and keep it there. Oh, okay, let me post the link. Well, Maxine, can you please post the link again? Because for some reason it will not let me post the StreamYard link. It just won't. It won't. I don't know why it won't, but it won't. But Maxine put it in there. Take the link. Or just concede that you're a cowardly ass bitch and therefore you don't get to make a request on what I talk about. Because if you want me to talk about her, then you go come up here and talk about these 10 cases of black men toe tagging black women. And the statistic that proves that black men toe tag black women at a rate that's not even in comparison to white supremacists doing it. And if you don't, then you can just resign yourself to a weak bitch. I already think you are one. I already think you are one. So the only thing that you can do is prove me right. Y'all are cowards, and it just is what it is. And I'm tired of y'all running around talking about somebody threatened by you. The men who had you on a plantation sucking dick are not threatened by you. And you sound dumb saying it. Oh, why? This is what black men will say. Oh, white men threatened by us, but also white men raped us on the plantation too. I mean, if as a man, I can force you to suck my dick and put you on a plantation, you can best believe I'm not threatened by you. And there will be nothing in my lineage that will be threatened by you. If white men wanted, if the KKK wanted to string black men up in the center of town hall right now, they would do absolutely nothing. They would do absolutely nothing but talk about black women's weave. That's what they would do. They will be getting strung up in the middle of town hall with their dicks cut off and shoved in their mouth. And black men will be sitting somewhere talking about black women's weave and white men. And it's like, well, are you going to go do something about the white men? Or are you just going to sit up here and say, oh, why don't you talk about Ashley Janae? Why don't you go do something about it? You telling me to talk about it, go do something about it. If it's such a problem for you, take your big bad alpha ass over there and do something about it. In fact, he on the continent. So where are the black men on the continent putting in work? They the majority, or do they got dicks in their mouth too? Coming over here to talk about Ashley Janae. Go do something about Ashley Janae. If you really care, then a man of no color toe tagged her, then go do something about it. But don't bring your dumb ass over here telling me to talk about something that you're going to do absolutely nothing about. You ain't going to do nothing about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'll talk about it when you go do something about it. Just a weak ass bitch coming over here trying to, because he want to deflect. That's what he wants to do. He wants to deflect and be like, oh, here's the one. Go talk about Courtney Taylor. Go talk about Telbo Ratkins. And that white woman who just got off for shooting him. Go talk about that. Go talk about the centuries of dick sucking that you did with white men. Go talk about the foot on your damn neck. Go talk about the fact that you on the lowest part of the social totem pole and don't got no damn power. Go talk about that. Yeah, go talk about Emmett Till and that white woman that y'all let die of natural causes. Go talk about that. And they ain't gonna go talk about Toby Omuselli. They not gonna go talk about him. They not gonna talk about Courtney, the bandit Taylor, the bandit player. They probably over there lusting afterward. But they weak bitches. And this is why they're gonna get dragged. This is why I deal with them the way that I do. Because you are a coward. You are a coward. You want me to sit up here and say what about Ashley Janae? She was toe tagged by a wealthy white man, but she likely would have been toe tagged by a broke black man anyway. Okay, I talked about it. I talked about it. She was toe tagged by a wealthy white man in Tanzania, and she likely would have been toe tagged with a broke black man. At least she had a higher monetary, because it would be embarrassing to me if I got toe tagged by a broke black man over a white man. I would prefer to be toe tagged by a wealthy white man than a cowardly, weak ass, dick sucking, broke black man who ain't gonna do nothing. Who ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. I mean, we know that bandit toe tag, that white bandit toe tag black women. I bet you he would have ran up on a black man too. And I bet you won't run up on a white man. So I can't even call him a coward because he looked like the type that will run up on a black man and punk him. Then bring your weak ass up here, Douglas Paxson. Bring your weak ass up here then. And let's see if you bussy too. Because I got a feeling you bussy too. Talking about loud and racist. What are you going to do about it? Nothing but cry in the comment section because you're not going to take the link. Bring your dumb ass up here and tell me what black men are doing about Ashley Janae. Since you so concerned, are y'all riding at dawn? Are you going to saddle up the horses? Or are you going to sit your dumb bussy popping ass in the comment section talking about loud and racist? And I can sit here and say loud, dumb, and weak. At least I ain't scared to say what I gotta say. And you go bussy pop from the comments. That's the difference between us. You go bussy pop from the comments. And at least I ain't afraid to be loud, though. You afraid to come up here and say what you gotta say. You're a bitch. You just a bitch, and no one respects you. Because you're sitting in the comment like, I'm not about to converse, I ain't about to argue with a weak bandit from the comment section. Like, get your ass out here and go suck the dick that you want to suck. Go get buck broken, bandit. Acting like freaking. I don't know why these bandits come over here thinking you gonna get anything other than dragged. So you must be a glutton for punishment. You a masochist? Did you just come over here because you want to be dominated, because you miss being dominated on the plantation and something in your DNA is saying dominate the hell out of me and force me to suck white dick? Is that why you over here? You are absolutely a coward. You are a coward. And I will never respect somebody like you. You're a weak coward and you still bussy popping from the comment section. You can't be a community activist and you too scared to click a link. But you're a community activist. For what? Ain't no way you're a community activist. And you scared to talk on a panel with one woman, but you're a community activist? You can only bussy pop in the chat box, but you're a community activist? You're a bitch. And you need to just go get your knee pads, get on your knees and start gobbling dick. We should just see you doing this. This is all you need to be doing. That's what you need to be doing. And let that man hold your head too while you at it. Let that man hold your head too. So he can turn you to the real throat goat that you are, since you ain't gonna be one up on this panel. If you ain't gonna come run your mouth up here on the panel, then go get your knee pads and let a white man run your mouth then. Why don't you do that? But y'all go stop coming over here making comments acting like you big and bad when you just a weak bitch. Y'all been bitches. Like, what do you mean? Y'all been bitches. You have no legacy of being a warrior. You were a bitch on the continent and you were the bitch here. They literally went and round up all the bitch made males and took them here and put them on a plantation. And made you suck dick and pick cotton. And you didn't do nothing about it. You still ain't did nothing about it. You've done nothing about it. There is no group of men on the planet who were enslaved and forced to suck dick as long as black men were, and they did absolutely nothing in retaliation. Nothing, not one thing. You got off the plantation from being forced to suck white male dick, and you came and started doing it voluntarily. That's what you've been doing. And you think you will come in here and present something to me other than weakness? You're weak. The world knows you're weak. That's why you get treated the way you do, because you're a weak ass bitch. And every breathing day, black men have the opportunity to show that they ain't weak, and they choose to show that they're weak. What? Let me guess. What's your next thing? You gonna start talking about hair and makeup queen? You gonna start talking about wigs and weaves and tampons and panty liners? Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on over here and start talking about lipstick and eyeliner. Because we know you want to. And then I'll tell you what type of tampons and panty liners I use. Because if you're interested in my hair and makeup, you damn sure is interested in my tampons and panty liners. Yeah, it is their favorite topic. But what they ain't gonna do is go challenge no man. That's what we know. They like, white men been punking y'all for 400 years. You've done nothing in return. You ain't gonna avenge yourself? You gonna just let these men get away with doing this? But talk about Ashley Janae. He want me to talk about Ashley Janae, who was toe tagged. And mind you, he don't even know that she was toe tagged. He don't even know that she was toe tagged. But if she was, she would just be being toe tagged by a white man that you're scared of. And that you ain't gonna do nothing about it. So I don't think I'm going. You need to go to the black male worshiping sector and ask them. Because they not gonna ask you what you gonna do about this white man. You shouldn't be bringing him up if you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Why? Why are you bringing it up? You gonna go avenge her? You gonna go put in some work? You gonna go find that man and show him why you a threat? No, you gonna show him why you a bitch. That's what you gonna do. And that's why y'all in the position that you're in. Because the world sees you as the greatest bitch. You bigger and stronger, but scared of something weaker. Like, black men always want to be like, oh, well, we bigger than him, we stronger, we better athletes. And you a cowardly bitch and they still dominated you. You can be all of that. You still got dominated by something that you recognize as weaker. You still got dominated. Running around here so weak and insecure, they don't want to compete with a plastic toy. That's how weak and dumb y'all are. Talking about alpha males and she's supposed to be my helpmate because you're incompetent and weak. That's why. You're incompetent and weak, and the only thing that you've done is shown how incompetent and weak you are. That's all you've done. Talking about you're a protector, but you couldn't even protect your own damn mouth on a plantation or your booty hole, but you're a protector. Because it was either being forced on you because you couldn't protect yourself or you did it willingly. And I believe a lot of these black men did it willingly on a plantation. I really do. I think a lot of black men's butt breaking and dick sucking, it was voluntarily. It was, they volunteered to do it. Like, they should be upset with Tariq circulating pictures and documents of one-on-one, one black man, one white man, black man sucking dick. Like, really? You couldn't even shoot the fair one? Because if I'm a man on a plantation, I'm dying before I'm sucking the slave master's dick. I'll die with my dignity before I be depicted in pictures sucking dick, pretending that I'm being forced when really I'm doing it willingly. Because if you weren't fighting back, then you did it willingly. And you didn't fight back. I've seen the pictures. Tariq got the pictures all over the place. I don't see y'all fighting back. So you telling me 400 years a dick-sucking slave is the biggest threat in America on the planet? You must be out your damn mind. You need to go to blow that smoke up a black male worshiper's ass. You're literally weak. You're weak. And in the 10 years I've been on here, you've done nothing but prove that you're weak. And it's all of y'all until you prove otherwise. Do not come in my comment section asking me to talk about Ashley Janae unless you plan to do something about that white man. Now, I'm waiting for the rest of the facts to come out. Because they put out a thing saying that was a self-unaliving. So why are you telling me about the white man then that you don't plan to do anything about? Because we gonna add that in there too. Y'all want to be trolling everybody's comments, telling them to talk about a white man that you are scared of. You're not doing it out of concern for black women because you're ignoring the fact that black men toe tag them more. So what? What you want us to do? What do you want us to do? You think I'm gonna sit up here and talk down about a white man who dominating you? Ain't nobody about to do that. Ain't nobody about to sit here and fall into your little raggedy plan for your ego. You want your raggedy ego stroked. You want somebody to pretend that you're about something when you're not. You don't have a genuine concern for black women because if you did, you would either be talking about the situations with black women and checking the man that's doing it. Instead, you want somebody to convince you that you're better than a white man simply because you lost to him. Like literally, black men are on their moral high horse because they lost. They think they're better because they lost. No, you're just weaker. You're weaker because you actually have the same pathology. You just too scared to put it into action. You too scared to put it into action. You are. And black men will tell you that. Oh, we can't do this because of the white men. Oh, we can't deal because they'll burn down our communities. If you didn't do nothing back, you sure can. Because if they burn down your community, your cowardly ass is going to do absolutely nothing about it. Why are you talking to me about Black Wall Street and Rosewood? Okay, all I want to know is what you did in return. What did you do in return? That's all I want to know. What did you do in return? Why are you bringing up the Kerner Commission? Why are you bringing up mass incarceration? What did you do in response to it? If you did nothing, then shut your weak ass up. Because ain't nothing I can do about a white man dominating your dumb ass because you don't want to fight back, despite being bigger and stronger. Because y'all want to sit up here, and on average, black men are bigger and stronger. On average, black men are the biggest and strongest and mentally weak, cowardly bandit on this planet. And really, black women should have walked away from your dumb ass soon as you got put on the ship. Soon as you were weak enough to be turned into a slave, black women should stop giving birth to you, and she should have stopped dealing with you. I will never use my womb to create one of the weakest men on the planet. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just complete weakness. They have nothing to offer you but a tale of oh, we were defeated by the white man. Oh, we were defeated. Oh, well, they didn't let us do this. Well, they raped us on a plantation. And you did nothing in return. Shut your ass up. You did nothing in return. You said you bigger, you stronger, you more of a threat, but you allowed yourself to get white dicks shoved in your mouth? You allowed yourself to get strong from a tree? You allowed yourself to be put on a plantation for hundreds of years, really? And now look at you. They done stripped away all your rights again. Black men still sitting on the internet. They done reversed entirely the whole civil rights movement that black men claimed they fought for. And your dumb ass is sitting up on the internet talking about a woman submitting to you, but you ain't made a man submit to you, though. I'm not about to deal with no dick-sucking men who want to pretend to be alpha males. Jamalo, come up here and say it to my face, or are you too bitch made too? Because I think you too much of a bitch to come up here and say that. I think you are. I think you are. I think you another bussy popper in the comment section seeking attention is what you doing. So you either go take the link and get your weak ass up here or shut your ass up. Don't nobody care about what comments you make. Because you can mention whoever you want to, you still a scary ass bitch. You still ain't gonna come up here and say nothing. You still go bussy pop from the comment section and then probably go open your booty hole and your mouth to another man. You probably go do that and you gonna hide that too. Black men can't even be bold with their own sexuality. They gotta run around and even hide who they have sex with. Just completely weak ass bitches. Just complete failures. They fail as husbands, they fail as community leaders, they fail as fathers, they fail as you're just a failure. You fell in school, you fell in the workplace, you fell in any industry you in except the ones where a white man is making you do something. Ain't built a damn thing since you been on a plantation. Nothing. The only time black men built is when white men made them build. You don't see no damn thriving black communities around here that black men built because white men didn't make them do it. That's why. Because white men didn't make them do it. Black men can only do what white men make them do. Unless white men force black men to take care of their kids, they ain't gonna do it. Unless white men force black men to build again, they not gonna do it. You built what white men made you build. So don't say you built everything. You built what white men made you build. The question of the day, rubric production, is what have you built since white men took you off the plantation and stopped forcing you to build? I'll wait. Don't make me start asking Google how many communities have black men built since white men stopped forcing them to build. Because we can look around and see you ain't built a damn thing because you waiting for white men to make you. Oh, we builders. Oh, we done built the world. No, you got put on a plantation. You were made to suck dick and you were made to pick cotton. That's what happened to you. You built up the wealth of a nation that does not even consider you a human. You have no bragging rights. You have no bragging rights. How are you bragging because you were forced as a slave to build? And ain't built a damn thing since. Ain't built nothing since. And when you ask them, why haven't you built nothing? They go, oh, the white man won't let us. Oh, because the white man destroy everything we build. A weak ass bitch. Yet again, defeating us. Defeatedness. That's all they gonna give you. If this man is a community activist, which community is he serving? He should be able to show what he has done. He ain't done a damn thing. Black men just like to talk to try to make themselves seem like they not weak and incompetent. But, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is literally in the pudding. You ain't done a damn thing. We literally, for generations, we have sat here and watched you consistently fail and cower away from other men, all the while raging out on women. Because that's the only place you can direct your anger to, because you know not to run up on a white man. Because you know that's daddy. And you know he gonna either lynch you, bend you over and run your booty hole, or force you to suck dick. That's why you cowering. That's why you cowering. You're cowering because you lost. You're cowering because your DNA is telling you you don't want no smoke with that man. You cowering because you know you really ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight unless it's involving women and children. Because what you toe tag the most is women and children. Because you're a bitch. And you see them as a weaker target. And if you're looking for weaker targets, that makes you a cowardly ass bitch. Prove me wrong. You're cowardly until you prove different. Black men tore up Detroit in 1967. They even burned down houses and grocery stores. But probably not in white neighborhoods, though. Probably not in nobody's neighborhoods but theirs. That's probably what it is. They only go do that in their community. Yeah, because they too afraid. They're afraid. Like they literally are just cowardly bitches. That's really what all there is to it. And ain't a black male worshiper that can come up here and contest it. I wish y'all would too. The wish you would ain't just for the cowardly bandits. I wish a black male worshiper would come up here and try to even attempt to dispute anything that's been said. Because what I do know is that they was on the plantation sucking dick by men that they said they're stronger than. They were on the plantation getting their booty ran by men that they said they're a threat to. You let these men run up in your country, your dumb ass, put you on a plantation and force you to suck dick and pick cotton. That's what you allowed to happen. That is what you allowed to happen. And if you come over here and you think you telling me to talk about any white man, if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, you just gonna get dragged every single time. Every single time. That's all that's gonna happen. Sitting up here talking about, well, we a threat. They scared of us. I can assure you a group of men who know they can put you on a plantation anytime they want to, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I'm positive that they don't see you as a threat. They see you as a weak bitch that can be slaved anytime they want to. Because if white men chose to build a plantation and put black men on it, you ain't gonna convince me that black men about to do something to stop it. You're not. You're not. You ain't gonna do nothing. You was turned into a bitch on a plantation and you still a bitch. And clearly bitcher than your DNA because your legacy, your children come out being bitches, the male ones. The reason why black women are still stronger is because black women were fighting on that plantation. You weren't. You were letting your mouth get ran. Hey, murder magic tricks. Murder. Are you going to say something? They still on the plantation. They just call them prisons. Black men are the most submissive thing. Like really, they always talking about somebody need to submit to them, but they're extremely submissive. Extremely submissive. There is no other male on the planet that is more submissive than black men. The link does work. He's just listen. A cowardly bandit when I see one. I have to get off here anyway because I'm starting to get a headache. Yeah, they handed Emmett Till over. Yeah, because they're weak. They're weak. I mean, it's like, what? There's literally no evidence, and I don't know what black women think. They just waiting for black men to wake up one day and decide to not be cowards. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. They're weak, and you can look at the continent. They weak on the continent. They weak in Jamaica. They weak in South America. They weak here. I'm pretty sure the only ones who seem like a little less weak is Haitians, because my recollection is saying the Haitians are the only ones that fought and put up a good fight. It wasn't the black man in the Caribbean. It damn sure wasn't the black man on U.S. soil. Because y'all already said y'all was getting butt broken and having like sucking dick. Y'all already said that. You was getting raped and butt broken on a plantation and you did absolutely nothing about it. And you ain't, just like you ain't doing nothing about this stuff now. So miss me with the rah-rah, miss me with the we alpha males, and this is the male world. No, this is the white man's world and you in it as his bitch. That's what it is. It ain't a black man's world. You don't even control your own continent. They being in your, since these men stepped on the continent, they been turning you into bitches and they ain't stopped yet. Literally every single group of people is defending themselves except black men. Look at Iran. Look at Iran. For example, Iran has been the black sheep of all these countries, and guess what they said? You ain't gonna punk us like you punked everybody else. Everybody defending themselves. Black men sitting somewhere cowardly thinking about weave and tampons, though. Like, unbelievable. Literally, the world is nearly on the brink of war, and black men sitting over here talking about weave and tampons. But I'm supposed to believe that if they want you on a plantation, the only reason why you ain't still on a plantation is because they don't want you on it. Yup, I know. North Korea is small and still fought too. Yup, Iran is holding their own against two different countries. Mind you, Iran is fighting against two different countries. Who is Africa fighting against? Is Africa fighting against anything or anyone? No, they still, I mean, look, we can give the Haitians some credit, but Haiti is still over there paying for their freedom. So, I mean, we can give them credit where credit's due, but Haiti is still kind of over there paying for their freedom. So, I mean, we can't give them too much, but they did fight. No, black men only fight women and children. That's what they do. And other black men. They ain't gonna fight no other black men. They'll go shoot them. They too cowardly to even shoot the fair one with a black man. Yeah, black women are the only group in society. The girl, black men, like black women just... It's a sad situation with black women. I don't get it. It's because black women don't want to face reality because they hate themselves too much. And the only way black women can love themselves, apparently, is if a black man pretends to. It's just pathetic. You literally have helicopter moms and tiger moms describing other races of women. What do they call black moms? Well, what I've seen is that I've seen multiple videos of other races of women, specifically white women, saying if their children are in danger, they tell them to go find a black woman. No, they're not telling them to go find a black man. They're saying go find a black woman. They will protect you. They will keep you safe. So, contrary to what black men want to say, black women have a very different reputation than you got. Black women have more of a reputation of fighting and defending themselves than black men do. Because black men don't even defend themselves, black women do. Black men didn't even fight for themselves. Black women did. The only thing that black men did in reference to themselves is go to the Supreme Court and beg to be able to have sex with a white woman. That's what they did. But the hard work, yeah, no, that's black women. That's black women. And that's why that Brian dude sat up here and said, black men are not my competition. Black women will be, if anything. That man said black men are too weak to even sit at their table, but black women can because they don't want to sit at the table with cowards. And black women may be male worshipers, but you can look through history. Black women ain't never been no coward, though. Black women ain't never been nobody's cowards. We may be male worshipers. A lot of us may not have self-esteem, but the one thing ain't nobody saying about black women is that they weak or cowardly. Ain't nobody saying that about black women. They are saying it about black men, though. They are saying it about black men, though. Don't nobody recognize black men as anything except weak, cowardly, and easy to subdue. That's it. That's it. Other men see black women as entertainment, not competition. Well, I'm going to go by what a white man told me. I'm not going to go by what you're saying. I'm going to go by what a white man told me. And a white man told me, and he's on recording saying it, he told me that if anybody is their competition, it's black women. Why do you think Trump was over there saying he don't even want to stand next to a black woman? At least her presence alone show how stupid he is. What do you mean? What do you mean? And black women are in those Congress meetings eating white men up. Eating them up. Black men ain't though. Black men sure ain't. Y'all watch those congressional hearings. Those black Congress women are in there giving them the business. And black men sitting somewhere being weak thinking about weave and tampons yet again. I've seen Jasmine Crockett and multiple other black women in those congressional meetings holding white men accountable, white women accountable fearlessly. And that's why they want to get black women out of there. They like, oh, we got to get black women out of here. They not scared enough. We got to get black women out of here. They thinking even after everything we did to break black women, they still ain't scared of us. Black women had it worse on the plantation than black men, and black women still ain't scared. Black women still ain't scared. Black women is literally in there eating them up. If you watch them, you will see. Did y'all see how that black woman checked RFK Jr.? She literally, she was in there giving that man the business. And all black men can do is say, yes, master, Trump is daddy. Yes, master, Trump is daddy. Well, why don't you just bend down and suck his dick then? Like, really? Like, just get on your knees then. Let's find out who that man is and donate him a pair of knee pads because he need it. Like, they are literally trying to get black women out of there because of how bold and not scared black women are. You even hear the women, oh, I can't vote for black women. They're too aggressive. And really, no, Becky don't want to be held accountable because she know black women go hold her accountable and she know she ain't gonna run up. She knows she ain't gonna run up. Just like Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't run up when Jasmine Crockett called her a bleach blonde, bad built butch body. And what did the white men do? They laughed. They laughed. Because what was they going to do? Because then it's like, okay, Jasmine, and they probably thinking of, if she got this for Marjorie Taylor, she probably got something for me too. She probably had something for the men in there. All those white men did is laugh. As Jasmine Crockett dragged Marjorie Taylor Greene by her overly burned, sunburned skin that's starting to look like red leather. Worn leather. Like, please, like, seriously, The bottom line is black women can run around here and accurately say they're a threat. Because when you go from being called welfare queens to the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs and the ones that's in holding of most of the degrees, yeah, you're a threat. Yeah, you're a threat. There's a reason they trying to get black women up out of them colleges and them corporate offices. Because they like, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Black women are the competition and they ain't winning. That's why. Because black women are the competition and they are not winning. When it comes to education, they ain't winning. Black women are winning. Why do you think they changed all those careers and said, yeah, no, these are not recognized degrees? Because black women are an intellectual threat. That is why. Because black women are the threat. I don't know why you clicked on it, Avery, either. You shouldn't have. And why did you come in here like an attention whoring kid? I don't know why you even clicked on this. You haven't evolved in 15 years. You clicked on it because your dumbass wanted some attention and to be seen. Same reason why you made the comment. And if you wanted some attention, you could have just said, hey, I'm here because you give me some attention. Instead, you came here as a Karen. Hey, I don't know why I clicked on this. Just being a passive-aggressive Karen. They are. Black men are Karens. They really are. Case in point, the one that slid up in this comment section like a passive-aggressive white woman, making a comment just like a passive-aggressive white woman would. I don't know why I clicked on this. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sin hasn't evolved in 15 years. I don't know why I clicked on this. Okay, Regina George, get your dumb ass out of here. Like, really? Just a Karen ass bitch. They really are. They literally are the Karens of the community. Them and white women belong together. They really do. Black men and white women belong together. I really do feel that black men and white women, they have the same personality. They do. They're both the weakest links in their community. They're both highly passive aggressive and cowardly. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story before I got to. This is how they do. And this is something that I already know black men would do. One time, when I was younger and living in Vancouver, I worked at Mervyn's, the little department store, Mervyn's. And look, y'all know I mind my own business, right? I mind my own business at work. I'm not loud. I'm actually laid back. I just come in and mind my own business. I really do. I stay low key. I mind my own business. There was 2 white girls that worked there, okay? And I had a brush. And this white girl, she gonna go passively aggressively put my brush in the garbage, right? And then I went over there and I saw it in there and I'm like, why is my brush in the garbage? And she made some dumb snide comment. And I said, I know you gonna get my brush out of the garbage before you end up in there with it. That's what I do know. I was like, you gonna get my brush out of the garbage and you gonna set it back on my desk, or I'm gonna put you in the garbage with my brush. Either you going in there or my brush is going there. I guarantee you she took my brush up out of there. And then she went and told like a little Karen ass bitch. It's like, don't nobody care if you go cry and play victim. It's like, get my thing out of there. Just being a Karen, bothering people for no reason. That's what they do. They want to bother people for no reason, just like black men. They'll come bother you for no reason, then cry victim. When they get dragged, then they go cry victim. And the reason she did that is because she thought because I'm quiet that somehow it is like, no, y'all put your dumb ass in there with it. You getting my brush out of there. I don't know what you think this is. It's like, I really don't know what you think this is. Just like a black man, just passive aggressive like a Karen. Oh, I don't know why I clicked on this video. Are you too stupid to not click on the video of somebody that you don't like? You're too dumb to do that. But no, you have to bring your dumb Karen ass in here and get some attention, just like a Karen. Like they literally are. They're Karens. They're Karens. And then they want to say they alpha males, but they're in the same position as women. It's like your societal position is no different than mine as a woman. You just can't measure up to me. But your position is no different. So what do you mean alpha male when you're in a position of a woman? Black men are not in a manly position in society. They're in a woman's position in society because they can't make a move unless white men tell them to. Black women out here making hella moves and don't need white man's position. Black men running around saying we can't do nothing because of white men. Meanwhile, black women over there buying up acres and building communities, but black men too worried about white men. Black males would have just left the brush in the garbage, scared of massive daughter. Of course they would. Of course they would. It's like, no, you go. It's like, girl, I will put you and every one of your belongings in there like you a dusty white Egyptian if you don't get my brush out the garbage, or you gonna be buried in there. It's really just that simple. It's really just that simple. But I promise you, she wouldn't cry victim. Then I was working in my early 20s at this bakery, and there was another white girl there, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful! You're just so beautiful!" She was like, "I'm just so jealous." Then her boyfriend came in and said the same thing. The next day I was fired. Seriously, the next day I was fired. I was like, "This Karen literally." It's like this Karen really didn't mean that she was jealous. I was like, she really meant that she was jealous. She really didn't mean she was jealous. And just like a Karen, she decided to go get me fired. I was like, these are just Karen ass, just haters. That's what I'm telling y'all, that those women, they are going to betray the matriarchy because they can't compete with black women. They can't do, they will never, in a matriarchy, they would never be above black women, ever. They will never. And they know they wouldn't. They know they wouldn't. They would never. Like, look at Candace Owens and Erica Kirk. Candace Owens is over there fearlessly squashing Erica Kirk. And something about Candace Owens is telling me that she wished Erica Kirk would. Candace Owens is over there waiting for Erica Kirk to say something. I know she is. Because what Candace Owens is doing is being strategic. She's being strategic. Guarantee you, Candace Owens is thinking to myself, I wish the hell she would. I wish she would. Candace Owens is when they made a whole documentary about this woman. Seriously, I know. And then Candace is plotting her relationship with this woman's husband. Yeah, Candace is. She on Erica's neck. She is on Erica's neck, unapologetically. She's scared. Erica Kirk got all of MAGA and Turning Point against her. Candace Owens said, I don't give a damn. I'm on your neck. Candace said, I'm on your neck and I'm not getting off your neck. And if you want to run up, run up. Run up. Yeah, because Candace is saying run up. That's what she's saying. And Candace is saying run up if you want to. She's saying, I bet you won't. I bet you won't run up over here. That's the only part of Candace Owens I respect. That's the only part I respect about her. But she's a Taurus. So, I mean, I've always liked Taurus women because I like the way they move. So Candace is just saying, I wish you would. She's saying, I wish you would without saying, I wish you would. And watch, the minute that Erica Kirk say something about her, I guarantee you Candace is going to leash. I guarantee you Candace is going to squash her like a bug the minute she says something. Guarantee it. I'm waiting for it because I'm waiting for the day that Erica Kirk directly says something to Candace Owens, and I'm telling you, if she come aggressive at Candace is going to bury her. I guarantee you she is. Well, she don't have to seem that strategic to you, that's fine. You probably just don't have no discernment. So, I mean, you probably just lack discernment. I mean, was Candy a pick-me? Because Candy might have seemed like she was a pick-me until it came to her money. Because Candace was like, listen, Candy was like, my man, unless you trying to touch my money. Candy's money is more of a priority to her than a man. She don't give a damn about no man when it comes to pick me where when it comes to her money. You see, yeah, Erica hopes Candace will go away, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, they not. Because that's the thing. They wouldn't be able to control or dominate black women like white men dominate black men. That ain't gonna happen. I can tell you that ain't gonna happen. There's no scenario where women of no color would be able to dominate black women like white men dominated black men. There's no scenario where that would happen. Black women would tear this. We would tear this place up before we ever let that happen. It's like, please. When Shapiro came for her, he unleashed a whole campaign from her. She not playing. Yeah, and Candace still ain't back down. She still don't care. And Candace still ain't back down because she said she don't want to. She don't want to, and she don't have to. Don't she got some people in the UK trying to sue her, and she still said, "Okay, I don't care." They can come with it then. Candace said, "Come with it then," because she ready anyway. She said she feeling froggy anyway, so come over here if you want to. Yeah, she even talked about the president of France. Yeah. That's why I'm saying they can't contain black women. It's easy to contain black men. Very easy to contain black men. No, you're going to have to fight black women. You have to fight black women. Exactly. We'll turn this whole universe out before we let you dominate us. It's like, bitch, please. And I think they know that. And they know that. I'm telling you, they know that. That's why you're going to see before it's done, you will see how many of them are going to run to patriarchy because that's all they got. It's literally all they got. It's literally all they got. They don't have talent. They don't have innovation. They have no creativity, nothing. And because the thing is, it's like black women just go be over here, mind their own business, and they just go, like and we wouldn't do anything to them in particular. We would just not deal with them. We just wouldn't deal with them. We would just say, okay, yeah, you go over there and be irrelevant. We go build over here and we go be better. It just is what it is. And if you think you gonna come over here and do something, run up. Run up then. You know, they 100% know that. They 100. Listen, they don't want no smoke with Jasmine. Jasmine Crockett already gave them a piece. They've already given them and I ain't really seen too many white women try her since she dragged Marjorie Taylor Greene. Jasmine Crockett would drag the president though. While black men are over there sucking Trump's dick, Jasmine Crockett dragged him. Literally, the president. Jasmine Crockett started her sentence with Pam Bondi is incompetent. I'm like, it's like, so you just gonna start out with she's extremely incompetent and has not performed the function of her job. And then she came back and said, okay, Pam Bondi think because she was fired that she ain't gonna testify, but she about to come up in here and get this work. She about to come up in here and get this work. I'm telling you, there's no scenario where white women are gonna dominate black women. It just ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna, it's not gonna happen. It ain't. And I see black women checking them on TikTok all the time. All the time. Where black men will cower, black women will fight. No, it's not going to happen in any scenario. It really ain't. It just ain't going to happen. That's why you don't see white women running up to black women and asking them why they in certain parks. And when they do, they get dragged. When they do, they ain't getting met with passivity. It's like, no, you're just going to get punched in your face. It's like you're literally going to get punched in your face. Oh, let me find this. Hold on, let me get this link. I'll show y'all one more link of this black woman dragging the hell out of this white man and this white woman and his mama. And she was dragging both of them. And she was like, I wish you would touch me. It'd be the last person you touch in your life. So I was like, I know that's right. I gotta find it though, because she was like, this lady, she was going in on him, and she was going in on her son too. Okay, I found it. I found it. Let me just get it. I'm so tired of Clarissa. Like, girl. Clarissa is annoying. Oh, I need to be able to share this. Okay. No, I don't want to share it outside of that. I want to share it. Hold on. I might just let y'all listen to the audio. Why is it not coming up? See, y'all, look, I have it right here. This is like the video. The video don't want to come up. So I'm about to find it. I'm about to just find it on TikTok. I'm going to see if I can find it because this video is hilarious. CAJELO. LLO. V always. V E. I gotta find this video. I do. Okay, let me see where the video is. I don't know why I can't get it out of this WhatsApp. What is it? Karen's son called Astray is what it's called. Karen's son caught astray. Let me see if I can find it here. Karen's son caught astray is the caption, but it's not a stray, it's a H stray. It's the caption. Well, let's see if I can find it. I want to find this video. Let me see if I sent it to my sister on a text message because I want this link and I can't seem to get it out of WhatsApp. Did y'all see Pete Access over there repeating Pulp Fiction? I want to show y'all this, but then I gotta go. Didn't send it to her. I'm getting so irritated. And I'm getting irritated because I wish I could just get this video out of WhatsApp because it's in WhatsApp, but I'm trying to see if I texted to somebody. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Why can't I find it on here? I don't know why I can't find the video on here. Oh, Karen's. Oh, she put it in capital letters. Karen's. She put it all in capital letters. Caught. Usually it's very easy to find them, usually by typing it in. Videos. Y'all, I'm not looking at the chat box just so y'all know. I just want to find this video. And it won't let me. So I'm trying to see something else, if I can do it this way. Nope, it didn't do it. Oh, I did. Because it's easier to get these links. All right, so if I send it, will it show it? Gmail. Okay. All right. So now I think I can get it because I had it in Gmail. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's because it was taken down. Yeah, it was taken down. Look. That's why I couldn't get it. I got the link out, but it was taken down. Share screen. Yeah, see, they took it down. Yep. And I really wanted to show y'all this because this video was funny. Let me see if I can put, if it pulls up in here. No, it's Larissa. Nope. It says, nope, the video ain't on there. Yeah, they took it down. So, yeah, I know. I really wanted to see this video. Because this black lady, this black girl was dragging the hell out of both of them. But anyway, I gotta go because I've been on here for too long anyway. I didn't plan on being here this long. So I will see y'all later. Bye.